Check, check, check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the internet, welcome. Welcome to RetroRaconteur Live, folks. Everybody's always like, did you change your background? No, I'm just... Desk is raised tonight. Been sitting too much today, reading all your comments.
Welcome to Griffin.
So tonight we stand. And yeah, back-to-back nights. I mean, I don't know. It's like something happened today.
Welcome to Griffin.
You guys know anything about this? Let me turn down the music a little bit. We'll keep it going though, because I just love this common room music. It's so good. So good. All right, but welcome, guys. Thank you all for being here to an extra special edition. We normally stream on Tuesday evenings for anyone new here. Welcome to RetroRaconteur Live. We do this every week, every Tuesday. We did it last night. Last night, though, we had a little recap of the Unbreakable Vow and that's importance in the Harry Potter series and the consequences of breaking an Unbreakable Vow. So we had to talk about that. But today... Tonight, this morning, whatever it may be for you, the Unbreakable Vow has been fulfilled, ladies and gentlemen.
How are you?
The Unbreakable Vow has been fulfilled. So it's time to talk Hogwarts Legacy, man. It's time to talk gameplay. It's time to talk all about the trip to LA.
Welcome to Griffin.
First off, before I even get to the comments and the chats and everything, I have to thank you guys, first and foremost. Thank you guys, everybody watching right now, anybody who watches this later on replay, because without you guys, I have no doubt one of the reasons I was even asked to do this is because of our community that we have here. It's because of you guys for making this possible, man. I mean, and it really is. I really do mean that. Last night we were having a lot of donations, and I stopped to say, guys, look, no matter what, some people don't have the money to donate, and that's not an expectation. You do not have to super chat. You don't have to be a member. You don't even have to chat. I mean, literally just by you being here, checking out the streams, I have no doubt that WB and Avalanche notice those kinds of things. So thanks to you guys. Without you, it wouldn't have even been possible. Then thanks to WB for inviting me out. We had such a great time. Such a great time. It was a very short amount of time, but we accomplished a lot in a very short amount of time. I want to talk about all the stuff that happened, like, outside. I mean, we're going to talk gameplay. I know that's why you guys are here. But I want to talk, too, about all the conversations that we had with a lot of the creators and a little bit of the behind-the-scenes stuff, if you will. I've got some pictures we're going to show here in a bit that I haven't shared anywhere else yet. I've got the gameplay footage, you guys. I was talking to Expecto Go. I realized I need to start saying his name, or his channel name, whenever I refer to him on stream. Like I say James, some people maybe not know who he is. A lot of people know James, aka Expecto Go. He and I were in the same gameplay session together, and immediately after we got done, we were just like, I said, I don't even know what my video is going to be. I don't know what footage I'm going to use. I don't even know where to start, because we saw and experienced so much. So I hope you guys were pleased with the preview video that we put out today. I also put out a second video that was just like a full uninterrupted gameplay of the story mission. So I know some people are already like, okay, this is way too much. If you don't want to know anything at all about the story, I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, we were talking after, like, I don't know where to start. So in addition to all that I've already released, I still have, I would say, a full hour of footage. A full hour, I would say, of stuff that I haven't shown. And what maybe has blown me away the most about I was watching so many videos today from these other awesome creators, is we all like played the same 2 hours, and everybody had at least one new thing in every video, which I think is a testament to the creators out there, really, but also to the game that Avalanche has built. Like, we played the same 2 hours, we did the same stuff, and yet we had, in some cases, completely different experiences, picked up on completely different things. Hello, Ben Snow, Fire Tornado. Didn't get that in mind. Don't know how you got that. All right, let's welcome and see who's here hanging out. So, oh my gosh, before we even started, we have several new subscribers to the channel. So welcome, thank you guys so much for subscribing. And then let's see, I want to make sure we didn't miss any of the members. Oh my gosh, you guys started.
You're a wizard, Harry.
This is like 50 minutes before we went live. Okay, hold on. Scrolling. Okay, there we go. Sithray with the 5 months. Thank you so much, Sithray. Oh, wait, hold on. We can't forget the hammer. Welcome to RetroRaconteur. Welcome back to RetroRaconteur for Sithray. Ruben with the 6 months. Ruben, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you very much. Welcome to RetroRaconteur. Welcome back, I should say. Then Elwin with the 5 Tier 1 memberships. Guys, I just have to pause for a second. Can the mods on the channel here shout, please? Like, I can't thank, particularly Nico, Elwin, do so much for this channel. So much for this channel that goes a lot of times unnoticed. So it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a lot. I mean, if you guys have a comment that gets removed, you know, we're trying to protect people from bigger spoilers, art book stuff. We're not talking about any of that. And the mods really do have a tough job. They do a lot of stuff in the Discord as well. So Elwin and Nico, as well as Stargazer Tim, Dylan, Christy, the mods, they do so much. So thank you to the mods for all your support and everything you guys do to help make the channel go. And then Elwin, of course, with the 5 gifteds. Thank you very much, Elwin. Let's see, we had Austin Scott becoming a member of RetroRaconteur through that gifted membership from Elwin. Jaden, Nicole, Cooper, all with gifted memberships right there. So guys, what happens when you get a membership? You get to use the emoji in the chat, and we have some pretty fun Wizarding World emojis, which, by the way, I think we've unlocked some more after last night, and then after this especially. Pretty sure we have. Volty, thank you so much for this super chat, and welcome back, Volty. Poppy isn't evil, Retro, just for today, though. You guys watch the gameplay, man. If you watch that story mission, I'm just saying, Poppy can be pretty fierce when she needs to be. Ravenclaw Tyrell with the super chat as well. Hey, Ravenclaw Tyrell, thank you so much for the super chat. Congrats on the 40K. I know we did. Yeah, we passed 40K subs today, guys. 40K subs. So thank you all very much for that. Big milestone. And then, speaking of Stargazer Tim himself, another moderator here, Stargazer Tim also gifting 5 memberships. Tim, thank you so much, dude. And congrats to Lando, Taylor, Nymph, and Elladora, all getting memberships. Welcome, all of you. Welcome to RetroRaconteur. By the power of Thor's hammer here, you are officially a member of RetroRaconteur. Enjoy, let's see, what else do you get? Special Discord role. You get discounts on our merch if you want something like this retro hat. And you get the cool emoji. But really, memberships are just a way to kind of show some love and support to creators. Draco with the super chat. Can't gift memberships. So here's the super chat. Love today's videos. Draco, thank you, my friend. I put so much thought into, especially the preview video today, because, well, like I said, I was talking with Expecto Go, just trying to even decide where do we even start? Like, where do we even start? I want to do this game justice. I want to talk about everything that looks amazing, which there's a lot. I want to show the stuff that, you know, might be a little bit concerning too. But most of all, I want to do right by you guys. I tried to ask questions that I knew you guys were interested in. That's why we tried to show off stuff like swimming, obviously. The little fountain. If you guys know, that was a fountain where a lot of people were saying, oh, that little prompt means you can sit there. I had to go over it and test it, and so it's not a sit button. It was not a sit button. It's an interact. You interact with that fountain, and then once you get that fountain spinning, there's a little spot that you can, you get a little page right there. A page from the, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the book right now, but yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. The book that the ministry gives you. A couple more subscriptions coming in as well. Thank you guys for the subs. Dr. Sherbet with the super chat as well. Chandler Wood is here. Yo, is Chandler here? Hey, we're gonna talk a little about Chandler, man. I was so mad because it looked like I was not gonna get to meet Chandler and Eric. But I'll tell you guys about it. It had a good finish here. Had a good finish. Thank you, Dr. Sherbet, for the super chat. Fetch Quest Gaming with the $5 super chat. Let's see the extra footage. Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it for sure. Because there's, like, I still have to go through all of it. I've watched it all.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But I want to go through all of it and try to figure out what else I can make videos on. One of them I already have ready to go. That's what we're going to look at tonight. So if you guys know the... and it's like a minor... It's not like a big story or anything. It's a little side quest. Sort of like a little mini puzzle. It's the one with the little moth. So I showed a little bit of it in my video today, but I'm going to show you guys like the full thing for it from start to finish. And then I'll show you some behind-the-scenes pictures as well that we got. Moon Lily with a super chat as well was laughing so much when you went straight to the water to test out the swimming mechanic. And then Chandler's swim tweet was awesome. Right, I know. I saw those tweets too. So good. So good. Oh my gosh, guys. Like Hagrid's working overtime tonight. Welcome to all the new witches and wizards. Thank you, guys. William Sullivan with a super chat as well. Thank you, William. Notice some popping with textures during your footage. No, this is the final build. How noticeable is it during your time with the game? So I tried to point out a couple of them in the video. I like the texture pop in, truthfully, while I was playing it, didn't notice it much at all. The one that I noticed that I pointed out in the video is when the people just kind of appeared when I land on that little... Well, let's just pull it up. Let's just pull it up. Let's go ahead and let's dive in. Let's just dive in, folks. All right, so I'm going to go to, let's see, that's the wrong one. Your channel right here. All right, let's just pull it up here. So, after all this time... Wands at the red. Yep, that's me. That's me. Oh my gosh, why is it doing that? All right. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and switch views here.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh my goodness, Hagrid. Hagrid working overtime tonight, people. Working overtime. Okay, so the one that I was... First of all, right up front, I was playing on PS5 performance mode. I'm pretty sure that most of the footage you guys are going to see is going to be in the fidelity mode from other creators. I don't know that for a fact, but I know for a fact that the default, where I played, the default was the fidelity mode, which is only 30 FPS. Of course, it's going to look better, but I'm all about the frame rate, and I know so many of you are. It's like, I get why, you know, when publishers show off the game, they want to show off like the best visuals, right, for screenshots and stuff like that. It makes sense. But we had to actually ask. We had James. I know James for sure. Expecto Go. We both asked and said, "Hey, do you mind if we play in the performance mode?" They allowed us to do that. So we both played in performance. And then the other thing I will say, and I know this is going to sound like I'm like shilling for the game. It's not that. It is. I've learned a lot about video codecs this past weekend and compression, that sort of thing. But the footage that is on YouTube, I promise you guys, does not look as good as what's actually like the raw footage that I got on my SD card. It looks better. It looks better. And I tried to get it as close as I possibly could with my exports and everything, but it really does. It looks even better. Now, it's not like a huge drastic difference, but yeah, I can definitely tell a difference. So the question there from William was about pop-in and such. So the only one that I really noticed big time during the gameplay itself was this that we were playing on. We've been told that it is not right. Different times to me. So it's not. This does not have the day one patch. It's right here, right here. To stop at this little spot right here. So see, nobody over there. You'll see these students kind of just appear out of nowhere. And then there they are, flying in. And then once I land, so that was the only one I noticed. When I went back and watched, I noticed another weird kind of little there's one moment in the Poppy quest where I don't even think it's in this one. I think it's in my other one. Where you see like the main character kind of just like shift over for some reason. But my first thought, as soon as they put the controller in my hands, wands at the ready, is I was like, this looks better than anything I've seen so far. This looks better than anything I've seen so far. It looks better than what you're seeing right now too. YouTube compression and all that. I even made sure this was 4K because the footage we had was 4K and everything, 60 FPS and all that. But it looked so good. We were on, I think they were probably about 27-inch, 24-inch, probably 27-inch monitors or so. I believe they were Razer monitors, and then it was on PS5. And they put the control in my hand, and so the first thing we saw was like the character creator. And it's just like, oh my gosh, just looking at the character model and the character creator. And then when we actually got in game, I was I was pleasantly surprised. I'll be honest with you guys. Pleasantly surprised. Not perfect, but it just felt, I was so happy that it felt smooth, man. So happy that it felt smooth, because I'm like, if there's a lot of frame rate dips, it gets to me. But thank you, William, for the super chat. Thank you for all the new subs that are jumping in as well. Elwin with the super chat. Yo, thank you, Elwin, guys. Shout out and show your love for Mrs. Raconteur. Without her support, Retro couldn't do what he does. This is very true. Very true. Very true. Shout out to Mrs. Raconteur. Maybe someday you guys can warm her up enough to get her to maybe like let her hand appear on stream, or even just her voice. She's a little bit camera shy. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. But thank you, Elwin. Fetch Quest Gaming, any word on if the music in Hogwarts Legacy is copyright free? And thank you for the super chat, Fetch Quest. So, Chandler answered this on Twitter. If you're, because Fetch Quest, I'm pretty sure you're a creator, right? I'm pretty sure it's all good. I'm pretty sure. Like, don't quote me on that. But Chandler told us if you ever get not a strike, but a claim, just to reach out to them, and they can take a look and get you on like a whitelist or something where they can set it to where you won't get that anymore. But yeah, I've never had any problems. Sithray with the super chat. Good to see you here, Sithray. What was one thing that shocked me while playing? Ooh, okay. Well, there was a lot. I mean, I think my biggest jaw-dropping moment, and if you guys don't want to know any stories, spoilers, here's what we're going to do. It's like minor stuff, but I'm going to put my hands over my ears when I'm about to say something, and then I'll take it back off when I'm done. Okay, so the thing that shocked me the most was when we opened the tent. When we opened the tent and found the dragon fighting ring. Okay, now we're good. You can come back. That part, my jaw dropped. My jaw, because it was just so unexpected. You know, we're walking along there, we get to the tent, and then, excuse me? What? Yeah, my jaw dropped at that part. Totally dropped. Couldn't believe it. I mean, because we've only seen one of those so far, right? And all the lead up, all the build up to this game, we'd only seen one of those, and then right there you go in and there's two completely different ones. Yeah. That was a big moment. Noisy Boy with a super chat. First of all, told you so. Said you'd be invited to something like this. Secondly, do you think we can use the Elder Wand at some point? Okay, so that one's hard to answer. Possible spoilers. Not related to this event. Not related to this event. Just be clear about that. Oh, it's hard to answer that one without spoiling people. It's possible. It's possible. There've been a couple leaks alluding to one or possibly more of the Deathly Hallows. So we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. I will say the new shirt that I got, not this one, which this is my other Hogwarts Legacy shirt that I got from Amazon, which, by the way, that is official merch if you guys didn't know. Chandler was able to confirm that. But people were saying the wand on my little hoodie, they're like, that's the Elder Wand. I said, I don't think so. Or unless it's like an earlier version of the Elder Wand. It looks to me like the exact same wand that's in the Collector's Edition, the Ancient Magic wand. That's the one it looks like to me. But thank you for your support, Noisy Boy. Very much appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. Moon Lily with a super chat as well. How smooth is the flying? Did you try a mount? So we didn't get to try any mounts. I'll answer that one first. We did not get to try any mounts. The very first thing we did, though, like after the character creation, is we got to fly on the broom. And so if you remember when they first showed off the broom, they talked about how they wanted it to feel like not the most advanced broom. Like it's not supposed to feel like you're hopping on a firebolt here from Harry's day. It's not supposed to feel like that. So at first, when you first hop on, I was like, this is kind of a little bit sluggish. And you can move, using the left stick and right stick. Like you can make it go, and it just felt kind of slow. And then I asked, I was like, there's a speed boost, right? Yeah, it's R2. So you hold R2, and then that's when I actually... Let me go back here. Let me go back, see if we can get some... So like right there, I'm just kind of gliding normally. That's no R2. That's no R2 right there. All right, then if I get to another scene here, I'm pretty sure it's coming up right... Or it might be before that, actually. absolute beauty of the castle. So that one, you see the little trail coming. Okay, right there, you see how I pulled back? Here, let's rewind that a little bit so you guys can see it better. So when you see that little trail, okay, so see how I'm kind of leaning forward, you got the trail, so I'm holding R2 right there. So that it feels much better, but it doesn't feel like it's not super precise. It's not super tight controls right there, which I think is intentional. And then here we go, right about there. I let go of R2, so now I'm kind of just in this little hover position. And then you can just sort of, you can fly around really slow like that if you just want to take in the surrounding area. But they didn't talk about it at this event. But the other thing they've already confirmed is the fact that you can upgrade the broom. So we're going to unlock broom upgrades to possibly change all that stuff. But yeah, very good question. Very good question. Elwin with another super chat. Oh, no, wait. Hold on.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Gleason Cook with the $5 super chat. Gleason, I don't see a comment with it. Thank you so much, buddy, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. And then Vanity of Eli sent a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Was anything said, or did you see anything about being able to manually make it day or night, like resting or something? I did not. And I think I even said, maybe it was on Twitter where I answered somebody. Everything I saw was day. But it might have been... Oh, I've watched so many videos today of creators who put this out. I don't want to get this wrong. Somebody's video that I was watching, I want to say they had nighttime footage. And I wanted to ask them, where did you get that? I can't remember who it was, though. But yeah, no one ever mentioned that to me. I think, based on what they've said before, I think all of that is going to be story-based. I could be wrong. Like chapter-based. If you remember when Alan was talking in the gameplay showcases about how everything's sort of set up by the narrative, right? So my take, and again, this is not, I didn't see anything on this at the event. My take is that it will be like story-based. So like when you cross a specific mission, then Hogwarts will turn to night, or it could even be like the old school Potter games. Remember where you could do all you want to do for that day, and then you end the day, and then it goes to night. I could see it being something like that. And then we had Elwin with a super chat. 771 people. Yo, dude, 771, that might be a record. That might be a record. Hit that like button, Elwin says. Guys, yes, thank you so much for the likes. Helps more people find the video. And when we do 100, I'm pretty sure we already hit 100 likes, but when we do 100, we do a random Harry Potter quote trivia. And then when we hit 200, we do a, oh my gosh, an impersonation from the Harry Potter series that chat tells me what to do. Chat tells me what to do, and I obey sometimes. Elwin, thank you for the super chat, and guys, thank you so much for the likes. Then we had Nico with a super chat. James wants you to tell a story about you went into the wrong studio. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. That's good, actually. All right, let's get... Was it Wizard PhD? Was it Wizard PhD? Okay, I'm going to have to ask her then. Because I was thinking it was her, and I didn't want to get it wrong. Jack Frags has nighttime footage, too. Nightly Sinister, thank you for the super chat. Yes, Wizard PhD, she watches a lot. If she's here, I'd love to know how she got that. Would love to know. Okay, so here's some behind-the-scenes stuff for you guys. So the day of the event, James and I rode over together. Again, James, Expecto Go. I want to make sure I say the name of his channel, so his channel gets plugged anytime I bring him up, but I know him as James. So we went over, and we went to the wrong side. It was like on one side of the road was the WB Studio Tour. On the other side of the road was where we were actually supposed to be. And I'm terrible at directions. You guys know. I say that on stream all the time. Mrs. RACONTEUR knows this all too well. So I was just like following James. I was like, yeah, whatever they said. And we go in there. And so we go in, and they had all this like Wizarding World stuff. And so, James and I, we just start getting like, oh, what's this? What's that? So here's one picture. The Triwizard Cup. So we're just walking around looking at all the stuff they have in there. There's one of them right there. And I think we were supposed to be on the 8th floor. And so there were some security guards in there, and we said, how do we get up to the 8th floor? We're here for a WB Games thing. And they said, there is no 8th floor here. Oh, wait a second. We're supposed to be across the road. But it was fine. They waited for us. We made it on time. So we went back across the road. Dude, I know I had another picture of us being in that. Oh, wait, maybe it was video. Yeah, let's do VLC here. Oh, come on, VLC. Come on, VLC. Here it is. So they had like this Black Adam stuff. So James and I mean, we're just hanging out. We're just like, oh, this all looks cool. This stuff looks awesome in here. So we're getting photos, getting video. It was the WB Studio tour though. That's where we were. We were in there by accident. Okay, this might be a video. Let me see what this is a video
You're a
of.
wizard, Harry.
Oh, that's when we were at Universal. That video right there. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about Universal too. That was later. Everything runs in my head because I was literally there. I think about. Hold on. I got in at. Well, let's do that. Let's do a chronological recap of the trip here. Hold on though. Another super chat from Gleason. Did I get to see how big the map was?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Okay, Gleason, this is where I failed you guys. This is where I failed. I forgot to pull up the map. However, even if I had pulled up the map, we wouldn't have been able to show it. They didn't want us showing off any menus because a lot of the menus that pulled up like still had dev code stuff in there. So they had to jump us to different sections of the game. So they just said no menus other than, you know, stuff that we'd already seen was fine, or like menus like this was fine. So I couldn't have showed it even if I had, but I think Benjamin Snow pulled up the map a couple times. And I want to say there was another video I saw. They talked about opening up the map as well. But yeah, I was kicking myself that I didn't do that. Supernova with a super chat as well. Thank you, Supernova, for the support. What part of another map question? Part of the map are you most excited to see more of? Well, so we were limited in our footage to like just the Hogwarts grounds. And so I flew around. I knew I wanted to go around the Quidditch Stadium because I knew people would be curious, like, can you even fly in there? So I did that. But I want to see all the Forbidden Forest stuff. Like, if I had to pick one spot that we haven't seen, I want to see the Forbidden Forest. And because we don't really, I mean, we don't even know. We don't know how far it extends. Like, there's still some questions about, do we actually go to Azkaban at some point? We're pretty sure we go to Gringotts. We see that, like, through the little portal in the trailer, and we see us kind of riding on the cart. We're pretty sure we go there at some point. Like, when do all those things happen, right? Like, if I had to pick any location, oh man, if I had to pick just one, I'd say Ministry of Magic. But as far as like kind of in the surrounding area of Hogwarts, yeah, I want to see what all they're hiding in the Forbidden Forest. What all are they hiding in there? That's what I want to see. But thank you, Supernova. Appreciate it. Okay, so, oh, this is a good story to tell. James, if you're still here, this, James was talking about this earlier in his stream when we all started finding out, like, did you get an email? Did you get an email about this? I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. I want to say we got it around December or sometime. It was a Tuesday. On a stream night, I had just hit the go live button. And whenever I hit go live, I had like a 10-minute countdown. I had just hit go live. I have a bathroom. It's like right on the opposite, like on the other side of this wall. So it's very close. I went out, started my countdown, went out, went to the restroom, came back in, checked my phone. It was like, you know, just like habit, checking my email. And I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke at first. Because the email, it doesn't come from the email you would think it would come from. So I was kind of like, what? It seemed very official, the way it was worded and everything seemed very official, but I still, you know, I'm just skeptical by nature. So the countdown's ticking. It's like 2 minutes before I'm supposed to start streaming. And my jaw is just kind of, what? So I'm like, okay, I just have to like take this out of my brain right now, separate it, put this into another section of my brain, and I'll think about this later. Go through the whole 2.5 hour stream. James, oh my gosh, expect to go. He's been up over, how many hours now have you been up, James? How many hours? I just have to force it from my brain. So I force it from my brain, go through the whole stream, and then my DMs are blowing up. James is like, retro! Exclamation point. Retro! More exclamation. Check your email. Have you checked your email? And then I knew. It was legit. I knew it was legit. So we've known about this for a little bit now. We had to go all through like the holidays and New Year's, like waiting, because they said we'll have more info in the new year. So we go all through that.
Wizard Harry.
We had like 2 days for the people that were in LA. I think there were 2 different sessions you could pick from, and we were trying to coordinate a little bit so we could all be there at the same time. I just picked Thursday because it was better for my work schedule. But then I said I was going to talk about Chandler later, Chandler and Eric. So I found out later Chandler and Eric were actually wanting to meet me the night before, like a Tuesday night into Wednesday. And I wasn't going to be flying until Wednesday, like late Wednesday. And they had some other stuff they had to go take care of. They were heading out. Well, I think Chandler posted, I think he tweeted a picture, so I think I could say it. Yeah. They were flying out across the country somewhere else. And so it didn't look like I was going to get to meet Chandler and Eric at all. I was so bummed. But Chandler had said, he told me kind of what time their flight was leaving. My flight got in a little bit early, and then I think their flight got pushed back a little bit. So I almost just left the airport because I was like, I don't want to bug them. But I didn't. I didn't leave. And I only took one picture. I don't know what Eric's lip was trying to like apparate away or something. My wife is going to be so mad because she's like, you always family pictures, you know? You got kids in the picture. Guys, pro tip for you. Pro tip. When your wife or your girlfriend, your significant other, partner, whatever, ask you to take a picture, you always take more than one. Always. Every single time. You take more than one. Yo, there's Chandler. Chandler in the chat. What's up, Chandler? Thanks for being here and hanging out, dude. Yeah, I was so glad we got to meet up. And so I DM'd Chandler like, hey, I got in a little early. You guys want to meet up real quick? If you have time, I don't want to bother you or anything. I'm in LA, never been to this airport. So I didn't even think I could get over to where they were. But I was like, what's the worst that could happen? I don't have to get on another flight. I had to take this shuttle that like took me across the airport. And then so we met up. We hung out for, I don't know, half an hour or so. And I kid you not, guys. Like, it's always, when you interact with people online, that's one thing. But when you meet people in person, it's like a different vibe sometimes. So I'm like, oh man, is this going to be awkward? Is there going to be a lot of small talk here? No. I mean, I felt like I knew these guys. I hope they felt the same way, because that's how I felt. I mean, there was no awkward, like, small talky conversation. We were just like, we just hit it. I mean, of course, they probably feel like they know me better than I know them. I mean, especially Eric. Eric's very behind the scenes, right? So Eric, those of you who don't know, Eric's the one in the middle there. Chandler, of course, everybody knows him. So Eric, marketing manager, and then Chandler, the community manager. So Eric's a lot more behind the scenes. Chandler, a little bit more forward-facing. He's been in the showcases and stuff. So they probably felt like they knew me a lot better than I knew them. But it was, dude. I mean, we just like, we hit it off. We talked a little bit about Hogwarts Legacy, but we talked about games in general and just like the hype and the excitement of the fandom and just how crazy this ride has been. So my trip started off awesome. Got to meet them, hang out for a bit with those guys. And then the plan was to meet up with Expecto Go, Benjamin Snow, Wizard Tricks, Wizard PhD, and Pink Ravenclaw. And I had told them, I was like, hey, let's meet up for dinner. So here's where the trip kind of takes a little bit of a downturn. A little bit of a downturn here is because I got introduced to LA traffic for the first time. Ooh, couldn't live there, man. Could not live there. LA traffic is something different. So all the Hogwarts Legacy people, they were waiting on me for dinner. They didn't say this, but I'm pretty sure they were. So I'm texting James like, dude, I'm so sorry. You guys just go ahead and eat. Don't wait for me, please. Do not wait for me. Go ahead and eat. So they go ahead, and it takes me over an hour to get, like, I think it was like 13 miles, 14 miles. Over an hour. Oh, I forgot this picture, though. This was so cool. So I'm on the plane. Look what this person was watching in front of me. You guys see it? I had to take a picture of that. I thought that was so cool. I cracked up when I saw it. It's like, oh, I got to take a picture. This will be fun. This will be a fun picture right here. So yeah, finally I get to the hotel. I don't even remember what time it was when I got there. And I wish I had gotten more. I see why people have camera crews. Like, I wish I could have documented this whole freaking night and a half, basically. I wish I could have documented all of it. So finally got to meet up with James and all those other creators, which, let's see, we got some photos here. There's Benjamin Snow. Benjamin Snow, very, very tall. I guess, I don't know, I'm pretty close. Pretty close, but yeah, Ben's pretty tall. Chandler's pretty tall as well. And then, let's see. Here's Lynette. Got to meet Lynette. I thought we had a group photo, too. Here's Wizardtrix. I didn't even know Wizardtrix before this trip. So Wizardtrix has a really big Instagram. This man's got 100K followers on Instagram. So if you are on Instagram, check him out.
Harry.
Does a lot of Wizarding World content. And from what I understand from James, covered a lot of Wizards Unite as well. And then, let's see. I think we got Brita in here, too. Yes, there's Brita. Pink Ravenclaw. Got to meet up with her. So this was all, like, in the hotel that first night. I could have talked all night. Both Brita and Lynette had early flights the next day, so they didn't get to stick around too long. But it was just so awesome meeting them. So awesome meeting them. And then, let's see. I didn't even get a picture with James that night. That was the first time James and I met, was that night. I think James has the one. Oh, he sent it to me, but I don't have it in this folder. I'll have to pull it up later. You like these pics, Chris? Thank you. Yeah. All right, so let's fast forward. Let's get to the day that we get to go play. So we already talked about how James and I went to the wrong side. What's up, Nightly Nerd? How tall has Ben and Chandler? That's a good question. I don't know the exact height. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's... All right, let's see. What else we got here? So yeah, we go over to the event. We finally find the right building. And we go in... And they took us up right away. And so we were, at first, there were a couple of Avalanche people in there. We were talking to a lot of the WB folks as well. Which, by the way, I got to shout out. I mean, everybody from, I don't know if they want their names. They probably don't want me broadcasting all their names here. Chandler and Eric, they're a little bit more forward-facing. They don't care. But, I mean, I just have to shout out all of the people who set all this up. Like, from the people that just were emailing us from WB. I'm 5'10", Nightly Nerd. I'm 5'10". Chandler's 6'2". I was gonna guess 6'2". Yeah, I was gonna say about 6'2", 6'3". Close. 5'10" for Austin as well. Nice. Yeah. So all the people at WB though, I mean, just the people who were emailing us to set all this up, from the people who we met the day of, who helped us get settled in there and help ran the session. So I don't even know if this part was intended, but after we finished up our gameplay, we kind of just, I was like, I'm just going to stand here and talk until they ask me to leave. Like, how long can we actually stay up here? Could I go again? Could we go for another game? No, I didn't ask for that, but I was like, hey, I'm just going to hang out here and chat. So they're like, hey, we've got lunch. You guys want to have lunch? Sure, we'll have lunch. And then one of the highlights of my trip, this moment right here. This moment right here. Getting to meet Boston and Alan. So when we first got up there, we went into this room where we watched a little presentation. It was a video presentation from Alan here. So Alan, it was a lot of, if you've been following the game, there's a lot of stuff we already knew, but there was also some new stuff too about like as we've talked so much like about the passion of the team and how excited they are for this. That really came through in the video that they shared with us there. Not like a ton of new gameplay footage or anything. It was mostly Alan talking and sharing some stuff with us. So that was pretty cool. I'd gotten to meet Boston for just like a split second right before this. And I hadn't got to meet Alan yet. So I was probably annoying them because I was like, is Alan here? I want to meet Alan. I want to say hi to Alan. So Alan doesn't come in until we start our gameplay session. So we're in there, we're playing games, and I see him. He's like, so if I'm like playing on the monitor right here, he's standing behind the monitor. I just finished the combat section. It was like the crossed wands, and I was just like so into the combat. I hadn't even actually met Alan yet. I'm just like, Alan, the combat. I just gave him like this big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. I was like, I haven't even met you yet, but I just gotta say the combat is so good. So good. So we had our gameplay session. Like I said, James and I asked for the performance mode, so all our footage is in performance. So that was cool. Then after, like meeting all the people, like all the creators and all the different people. I mean, you guys, we met some of the people who are QA testing the game. Again, I don't know if they want all their names out there and stuff, but you guys know who you are. All the people that we met from Avalanche, all the people that we met from WB were just so nice, so accommodating. And hearing them talk about all the different aspects of the different parts of this game that they worked on and stuff, it was so fun. So like I said, after we played the game, that's when I had a chance to talk to Alan and Boston even more, because I was like, I got so many questions for you guys. I got so many questions. And one of the highlights is when Boston told me she watches our Harry Potter Let's Plays, guys. Boston watch. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Because the question I asked Alan, I was like, did you guys play a lot of the old games in preparation for this? Because for those of you who watch our Let's Plays here on the channel, you know we just played through Goblet of Fire, which is it's a rough one to get through. But in the Goblet of Fire game, they have this meter. It's called the Magicus Extremus meter. So I was like, I just got to ask Alan, is that where the idea, did you guys get the idea from that? And he actually said they did not play a lot of the game, like the old games, to do a lot of research. That they wanted this to be kind of a fresh take that stood on its own, which it totally is. But then I think it also has so many little things that kind of harken back to those old games, which it sounds like it was almost unintentional, which makes it even more, I think, even more epic that it was like that. But yeah, Boston said she watches the Let's Plays. She's been watching some of them. We talked about midnight Harry Potter releases, going to midnight book releases. And let's see, we had a couple of new subscribers come in. Thank you guys for subscribing. Gleason with the $5 super chat. Sorry, I missed that one. Let me scroll back and make sure that okay, Supernova and then Gleason. What were the rules we had to follow for the event? Did you get sorted into your house? No. So everybody was Gryffindor. Worked out for me, right? Smart Gryffindor. Everybody was Gryffindor. We did get to create our character at the beginning.
How are you?
I didn't want to spend a lot of time on that because we've already seen it, you know? I just wanted to get into the gameplay. So we created the character that was, right there at the start, and we didn't do any kind of sorting or anything. So we did get to pick the attire, though. So as you're checking out all the other content creators' footage, at first I thought I saw James, because in Expecto Go's video, he had like a green cape. I was like, oh wait, did he do Slytherin? But no, it was just different clothing, which we couldn't show the clothing menu. We weren't allowed to show the clothing menu. But they did let us pick at the beginning. There were all these different clothing options we could pick from. And as you see, like if you watch just my gameplay footage, I don't know how much of it is going to show in the there's not a ton of it that shows in the preview video I did, but if you go back and you watch the full gameplay footage, you'll see as like I'm looting, you just get random clothing items along the way as you're going. And so the game is full transmog. The gentleman who was helping me from Avalanche, we all had kind of like a person who was assisting us, make sure we didn't go too far off the beaten path, but also just to kind of help us if we ran into any trouble. And so the person who was helping me was really talking up the ability to, like, you can wear whatever you want and keep the stats you want. So, you know, in some games it's like you find this piece of gear that has these awesome stats on it, but it looks terrible. You don't have to worry about it in this game. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to be able to wear whatever you want, even in classes, which trying to decide how much of this I could probably share. So as you go through the game, like, there may be times when characters comment on the stuff that you're wearing. Maybe. But only certain things. So that's like one of those fun little Easter eggs that'll be fun to discover on your own. I don't know what it is. I don't know what, like, the clothing item is. But you already see a little bit of this in the footage that I shared today, the preview of the game. So as I walk by that fountain, and I even call it out and let you guys hear the audio, the Slytherin makes a comment of, "There's the troll slayer of Hogsmeade."
Wizard, Harry.
And I think there's going to be more stuff like that. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot more stuff like that. So as far as, like, the other rules go, yeah, we did the character creator, Gleason. We did a little bit of exploration around Hogwarts. We had to stay on the Hogwarts grounds, so we kind of got to fly around a little bit. I spent too much time looking for secrets. I'd been told, won't mention any names, but I've been told that there were some secrets that I should try to find.
You're a wizard,
So I'm like,
Harry.
oh yeah, let's go. I'm gonna try to find these secrets. So I spent too much time looking for secrets. There were a couple of mini games that I could have done outside the castle. I know Expecto Go got some of this in his
wizard,
capture of when he's, like, doing the Accio on the little board and the balls. You, like, Accio and draw them forward. I didn't get any of that.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I didn't get any of that because I'm just like flying around, jumping in the water, doing all that stuff. So yeah, Hogwarts grounds. We had to stay on there, and then when we got into the castle, we had somewhat freedom once we got in the castle. I got to go through all of the library. I got to go through the herbology greenhouse and that little fountain that Boston described as kind of like the Grand Central Station of Hogwarts. That whole area, that's where we spent a lot of time. And then when we got into the mission, it was basically just play the mission. Yeah. Oh, and then cross wands. We had cross wands as well. Yep. So as far as, like, limitations, yeah, they had, like, those areas where they needed us to stay. And then on the footage, really all they said was, like, don't show the menus. And that was just because there's dev stuff that sometimes pops up in the menus, like dev code and that kind of thing. Yeah. All right, let's see. More subscribers trickling in, guys. Welcome. Thank you so much. Dr. Sherbet, almost 900. Holy cow. Okay, that's officially a record. Dr. Sherbet, thank you for the super chat. And then we had Dylan gifting 5 Tier 1 memberships. Dylan, what is up, dude? Dylan, another moderator. Guys, shout out to Dylan. Always showing love and support. Thank you very much, Dylan. And congrats to the new members of House RACONTEUR. Congrats to the new members. Enjoy your emotes. You get a discount on merch if you want merch, and a special Discord role as well. Feathers with the 5 months. Yo, Feathers, good to see you here. And then a couple more subscribers coming in. And then Elwin with another super chat. Oh my gosh, Elwin. Too much love and support from Elwin, you guys. Shout out to all the creators who never forgot about us, even while taking this in this amazing experience. We know you tried so hard to get all our questions answered. Cough, PC UI and gameplay, cough. Good point for bringing that up, Elwin. Yeah, to all the PC folks out there, I did ask. And Chandler, if you're still watching, I don't know if that's something you guys will be able to show at any point, but I did ask. It's like, do you know if there are any plans to show off, like, PC controls beforehand? And they didn't know. The people I were talking to, you know, they were helping me out with the demo. They did say they know that they're obviously working very hard on making sure that it's a good experience. But I really am curious. I'm not going to play it with mouse and keyboard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But I am curious because it seems like it's so well built for the controller, right? So well built for the controller. I mean, we'll talk about combat here in a second because the combat I was so impressed by. I really was. When I stopped, I'm not exaggerating, when I stopped in my gameplay and had to give Alan a thumbs up on that. Volty with a super chat. There's that murder. I heard he killed someone. Wait, what is that? That's from 3 minutes ago, Volty. Thank you for the super chat. I don't even remember what I don't even remember what that was in reference to. Draco, Chandler said you were very close. Was I close, Chandler? Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. I felt like I was in the vicinity. I felt like I had to be in the vicinity. Well, there you go, guys. There's a secret somewhere. A secret cave that we're going to have to find when the game comes out. A secret. Thank you, Draco, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Volty with another super chat. I hope the students say stuff about us using AK. I didn't think about that. So yeah, when we have access to Crucio, that is jumping forward a lot further in the game. We don't know how much further. Oh, I thought this was awesome too. So in our hotel, I should have gotten a video of this. This was actually the elevator. So the elevator, when you got in, that's what it looked like. So you can kind of see there's like a thin line right there. That's where the elevator door opens. I wish I'd gotten video of that, like opening and closing. But thank you, Volty, for the super chat. I mean, I think also there's an article that we need to read at some point. I think it's from Game Rant. This morning, this whole day has just been so crazy. But there was an article where I know Alan's been doing a lot of interviews. I saw him pop up on IGN and a couple of other sites. So there might have been a lot of stuff in that Game Rant interview that we need to get caught up on later. Pineapple Cheers Productions with a super chat. Hope you had fun. Did they give any indication on if combat difficulty would be based on AI changes or damage changes? Good question. I don't recall. I will, if you check the Portkey Games support website and also WB Games support on Twitter, they've been working overtime lately. They're answering. I mean, I've lost count keeping up with all the questions that they've been answering from people on there about the game. But that's a good question. I feel like I have seen something about it, but I don't want to speak on it, Pineapple, and get it wrong. I don't want to speak on it and get it wrong. I was playing on normal difficulty, and it just as far as like how it felt like a good challenge. I think we were at level 19 when we were in that story mission. I think level 19 is what I remember, so that could kind of give you an idea of what it will be like. Gleason with another super chat as well. I'm going to be playing on PS5, Gleason. Yeah, PS5. And that's what we were playing on at the event. That's what I have it pre-order for as well. Lowercase Logan in the house. What's up, Logan? Good to see you here, my friend. Retro, first of all, you're awesome. My question, how did the flying feel? And I thought we couldn't fly very high. Looked like you all went high. I remember Alan saying that, lowercase Logan, as well. I tried to go up pretty high because I wanted to see if I could get footage of you remember the boost meter, the little yellow meter? And I'm pretty sure it was the second gameplay showcase when they showed off the flying. They showed like as you get really high, that meter will start to go down. I did go pretty high and I never got it to happen. So I don't know if I just maybe I could have went higher and didn't know. But thank you for the super chat. And thank you for saying I'm awesome. Appreciate that. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. But yeah, we talked a little bit about the flying, how it felt earlier. So the way I think they want it to feel a little bit sluggish. It's not supposed to feel like you're on this firebolt like in Harry's day. Plus, you're going to be able to upgrade it as well. So when you first hop on it, which actually we can pull that back up. Because I had a pretty good view of it right here. So here you see that little trail behind. So right now I'm holding R2. That's when it felt the best to me. But when I let go of R2 right here, coming up, right there, you kind of just get in like this little hover position. And you can still fly like that. And so when you're flying like that, it's kind of like, it's more like a scenic kind of looking around type thing. But when you hold R2, and we also know you'll be able to upgrade your broom. Be able to upgrade the broom as well. All right, let me get back to my pictures here. You guys are asking good questions, though. Yeah, keep the questions coming. Which, by the way, I realized we didn't even... Is this the Alan? There are multiple Alans. So there's So here's Alan Johnson right here. Alan Johnson works for WB. He was there. Got a picture with him. Shout out to Alan. Alan was very cool. James already knew Alan from their Wizards Unite days. Then I got a chance to meet Alan as well. But I think the Alan you're probably referring to is Alan 2. So this is Alan 2 right here. Right here. The game director. Okay, and then at the event. So the other thing at the event, James did get a picture of all, or somebody got a picture. I don't even know who took this picture. Who took this picture right here?
You're a wizard.
I think it was one of the people for WB. Okay, shout out to Mirandalorians as well. So I did not know the session that James and I went to. There were 4 of us there. So the other one pictured. We didn't get a picture with her, but there was another person there too. Miranda, we met on this trip for the first time. James and I were just having lunch. Again, we kind of stuck around. They didn't ask us to leave. They said, "Hey, you want some lunch?" So I said, "Sure, yeah. Well, why not, guys? Why not? Let's sit up here and chat for a little bit longer." And then Miranda was one of the other creators there, so she saw James and I talking. She came over, sat down. We started talking and just kind of hit it off, talking all things Hogwarts and content creation, YouTube, all that stuff. So we hung out for a bit, and then this was a cool part. So they had us. This was a surprise. We didn't know about this till I found this out like the morning that I was flying out. We found out that they had gotten us tickets to the Wizarding World, or to Universal, which has the Wizarding World in it in LA. So, but because I wasn't getting in till a day later, James had already used up his ticket. So James went with a Wizard PhD. Potter Collector was there too. Shout out to Peter. I'm so mad. I wanted to meet Peter. Peter from the Potter Collector, you guys, been covering Harry Potter, the world of Harry Potter for so long on YouTube. Does a phenomenal job on his channel. I really wanted to meet him. I knew he was going to be there. Wanted to meet him. Didn't get a chance to meet him because he was there the day before. But so James had already used his ticket to Universal, and so had all the others. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I'll go to Universal by myself. I don't care. I'll do everything. I'll vlog. You know, that single rider line, right? So then we meet up with Miranda at the event. It just so happens she's like, are you guys going to Universal after? I was like, actually, I am. So she and I went to Universal. James, I think, went back to the hotel, or he had a friend out there that he hung out with for a while. So we went to Universal, did a lot of vlogging, ate at the Three Broomsticks, had to have a butterbeer, did that. So if you guys haven't seen Miranda's channel, she does a lot of Let's Plays. She just platinum God of War. So plays games like God of War, Red Dead, obviously. I think it's safe to say she's going to be playing Hogwarts as well. So it was great to get to meet her, hang out for a while. I do have a vlog. Yes, TG. I do have a vlog that is nowhere close to being ready. Nowhere close to being ready, but I do have a vlog. Gleason with another super chat. Thank you, Gleason. Do you think you can customize the Hogsmeade shop? Ooh. And thank you for becoming a member as well, Gleason. Welcome to House RACONTEUR. I don't know which... Are you talking about the exclusive or the 1-year timed exclusive PlayStation thing? The Haunted Hogsmeade? That one, I could see you being able to, yeah. We didn't see anything about that. That's just a guess. As far as other Hogsmeade shops go, I don't know. David was here with a super chat. David, what's up, dude? So happy you got to experience it all. Also, do you think we'll be able to sit down? Okay, David. I would really love to sit down on that stool from the Winter ASMR. Okay, guys. All right. I asked about sitting. And I don't think we're going to be able to. We definitely could not in any of the stuff I saw. If anybody from Avalanche or WB's watching and I'm wrong, feel free to correct. I don't think we can. I'm not going to say I'm 100% sure because it wasn't like a definitive no. But if you remember that fountain, actually, let me just pull that back up too. Well, you know what? Let me show you guys, let's take a look at the new footage. I just want to make sure I don't pull up something that I'm not supposed to show yet. Hold on. Okay, so let me go into this folder right here. So if you guys have seen, I'm sure you have seen a lot of the footage that's been shown today. There is one little mini puzzle, side quest kind of thing, that we got to see called Moth to a Frame. And we are allowed to show this. This is one of the things we're allowed to show. And this was just like an example of some of these kind of random field guide pages and things like that that you can stumble on when you're in Hogwarts. All right, hopefully this is not going to be too loud. So it's only a couple minutes long. It's about 3 minutes long. No major spoilers or anything unless you guys don't even want to know about side quests or anything. But let's just go ahead and watch this here.
What am I missing?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh,
hello.
the voice.
I'm
A lot of people have been commenting on my character's voice. So I didn't spend a lot of time on the voice. When you first start the game, you get to customize your like your tone and your pitch. There's a little slider for it. And right when I got to that point, they were like, we need to go to the next section. So I literally didn't even have a chance to like listen to them. I just pulled the slider, picked one and went with it. So some people have been saying my character sounds a little bit like a robot. I didn't have time to tweak it. Did not have time to tweak it. So this is in that little
Pardon me
fountain
if I seem a
area.
little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed.
So she
it
had a little
before.
icon.
If I know Hogwarts,
Went over,
and I do,
talked to her.
An empty frame doesn't appear for no reason.
How can you have a library
There's something
you
more
can't
to
sit in?
this.
You can sit on your broom. Can confirm that. So I'm just kind of showing the
Have you gained
different
any insights about the
dialogue
painting since you've been
options there.
studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Dude,
If I have the time, I may look.
I'll have to show you guys a picture of me sometime, like from back in the day. No beard. This is shockingly
Be
close.
intriguing.
Shockingly
I've been
close.
racking my
My
brains
8-year-old
long
looked at it and
enough.
said, "Oh my gosh, that
Hope
looks
you're
like."
worse luck than I have.
That I know, right? I was trying to get it pretty close.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something
Lumos.
illuminating that's
So there we go. We cast Lumos, and as soon as we cast it, it says find the location depicted in the
of
painting.
history.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
And they were kind of guiding me through this because we were on a time crunch, so they obviously wanted us to spend our time. So I'm kind of looking at it like, okay, do I recognize this? You guys already know. Me being not so great with directions, you already know. BIG, hey, thank you for the super chat as well. Did you see the full map? Dude, I'm so mad at myself. I didn't even think to pull up the map. But some people did, and even if I had pulled it up, we couldn't show the menus or anything.
Watch out, it's the Troll Slayer of Hogsmeade.
Right there. Watch out, it's the Troll Slayer of Hogsmeade. So they were kind of guiding me where to go. I didn't remember this. You see that other field guide page
This
flying
looks like
by.
the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
So my first thought, I was like, oh, maybe we're supposed to Accio this. So I try Accio, nothing. It's just still sitting there.
Lumos.
Then we try Lumos.
Let's get you back to your friend.
Starts flying around the wand. And I also wish, darn it, dude, I wish I'd went over there too and looked at that door. Which, by the way, I want to point out right here.
Moth.
Remember how when we first started seeing footage, people were saying that, oh, there's not like young, like, look, this, we got a really short wizard right here, then a taller one here. Now, another cool thing is I'm wondering, I don't know, this is me like putting back my speculation hat back on now. I don't know if all the students are randomly generated or what, because I was seeing someone else's footage today, and the students sitting right here, they were wearing like Quidditch robes. So I don't know if that's all randomly generated or what. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Now, the whole reason I decided to pull this up, this fountain right here,
You're a wizard.
to get back to David's question about sitting down, there is a prompt that appears, and a lot of people thought, oh, that means you can sit right there, just like these other students.
You're a wizard, Harry.
In this case, no, you could not. I went over to it. It is an interact instead. You interact with the statue right there. So it was not a sit
You're a
prompt.
wizard, Harry.
Dude, you guys talking about everybody wants to learn the dark arts. Look at this Slytherin. Teach me everything going. In fact, if Hecate doesn't hurry up and teach me the
You're a
Imperius
wizard,
curse, I swear I shall get on that train and go home. Oh my goodness.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that.
And then right here,
You're a wizard, Harry.
this is one of my favorite parts, dude. The sound cues. The sound cues and the music. Oh, they've nailed it. Listen to
Solves
this.
the
Listen to
puzzle
this.
of that empty frame.
Right? It's so good. And then we get another one when I complete the quest up here. It's like slightly different.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
Lenora.
Did? How?
Watch this. I did this one for you guys. I knew you all would enjoy this.
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
But then I couldn't stick with it. I should have stuck with it, but I couldn't do it. I'm kidding, Lenora.
I am only joking. I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was
She seems
so
so-
close to solving
So
it.
upset.
You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too.
And then listen, we've been pronouncing omit wrong, everybody. We've been saying omit. Here's the correct pronunciation.
So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out.
Omit. Omit, guys.
Moth. I've
And then-
seen that.
You're a wizard, Harry.
It's so good. The music is so good. So good. Also, while we were there at the event, while we were up there playing, we they had the overture to the Unwritten playing in the background, and I think some other music too, maybe that we haven't heard yet. That soundtrack is gonna be a must-have. Gonna be a must-have. All right, we'll let this play again in the background so you guys can watch it through again.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora.
Oh, let's see. We had
Seem a little distracted at the
we
moment.
answered BIG about the full
Everyone
map.
thinks I'm utterly balmy.
And then we had Moon Lily. Were you shocked when the Animagus joined the fight? Yes, I was.
I noticed it before. If I
So
know
shocked at
what
that. And do you think we might get a side quest to become an Animagus?
There's something more to
Like,
this.
my hunch says no. Again, nothing they said. I didn't learn. That's not anything. That's just a guess.
Have you gained any insights about?
I don't think so. But they keep
I did
wowing. They
discover that
keep
casting lumos
surprising.
has an effect of some
They
kind.
keep surprising. So it's clearly like, I mean, they have the wolf animation built into the game. Maybe.
If I have the time, I may look.
My guess would
Could
be no.
Intriguing.
I wouldn't put money on it.
Racking my brains long.
But it would be epic if they did.
I hope you have better luck than I have.
And then we had Dally Boy with a super chat. Thank you, my friend. How's the flow of speed? Running, stopping, and then running again. The animation whenever you stopped
Bye.
kind of seemed very abrupt. Also, congrats. Hey, Dally Boy, thank you for the congrats. Appreciate it very much. So, I'm trying to think if I really had a spot where I sprinted all that much.
Lumos.
Watch out. It's
I mean, like right there, all this felt very good. All of it felt very good. There was a time when I was on the
This
beach
looks like the location from the painting.
where,
What could
oh
be
man,
so
I'll have to see if I can find that footage.
special?
I was like kind of near the water on the little, like kind of like the shoreline.
Let's get you back to your frame.
And it felt like my sprint, like it wasn't sprinting all the way. And I don't know. I need to go back and watch that and see if I can figure out what was going on there. Because the rest of the time it felt fine. So I don't know if my controller was bugging out or what. But yeah, I didn't.
I knew there was.
I thought it felt good. Like maneuvering the character.
The puzzle of that empty
I
frame.
thought it all felt really good. Like the moment they put the control in my hand and I first took control, the immediate thing that jumped out to me, like first gut reaction was, this looks way better than anything they've shown so far. And I'm on performance
I
mode.
solved the mystery of that.
And it was
painting.
also so smooth. So smooth.
How?
That was my first, like just looking. Then once I started moving, I was like,
I'm
oh,
afraid
this
I
feels
can't tell
good.
you, Lenora.
This feels good.
Surely you
This
jest.
feels really good. So yeah.
I am only joking. found
I
the
will
location
say
of
the
the
combat,
painting, and then I
you can
cast
only
Lumos to guide
cast,
them
like
off
when
back
you
to the
cast,
frame.
your character will
Very
stop.
logical, I suppose.
So
Pity I was
unless I just
so
wasn't
close
pressing
to
something right,
solving
I don't
it.
think you can run
I have a
around
knack
and
for
cast
solving
spells.
riddles.
As
Natty's
they've
good at that
described it
too.
before, it is kind of like this
So is
long
Meat,
distance
although he
fencing,
does
which
tend to over-explain.
feels
Well, I'm
so
glad
good.
someone figured figured it out.
In the heat of battle, it feels so good.
The moth. I should have seen that.
The music one more time. And see right there, collection updated. So look at this. We just unlocked this
I should have seen that.
Cobalt Regalia right there. I can't wait to see the stuff that people, the attire that you unlock and all the different combinations people come up with. So in the other part, the second part, when I'm actually doing the mission, that part we didn't get to pick our, it just kind of, it was our same character, but all the stuff they had on, it just appeared. I don't know why this is not going like all the way full screen. I'm not sure. Let's get the music going again. Let's see. CJ with a super chat as well. Can't wait to see your Let's Play. PS4 gang here. Hey, thank you, CJ. Yes, you know. You already know we're going to be playing it here on the channel. We're probably going to be playing it live. So if you guys didn't know this about YouTube now, they have actually they have separated out. So if you go to my homepage right here, this is a good change. Videos, shorts, and live are now all separated. So if you watch my regular videos, then you'll see anytime I post a regular video. But if you don't watch a lot of the lives, then you probably wouldn't even see some of the stuff. So you have to actually like click into the live, and then you can see all the live streams we've been doing. Right there. Now if I go to home, let's see. I do think I have a little oh, I have like a past live streams, but I need to move that up. So I can control this. I'll move that up. But yeah, thank you for your support. Glad you enjoyed the videos. All right, I'm gonna pull this one up now too. So this is the story mission that we got to see. So if you don't want to see, I'm gonna have it muted. So if you don't want to know about any of the dialogue, you know, just you just don't have to look at the words or anything. I don't personally think it spoils too much, but I've already heard from some people who are like, I don't want to see any of it. So I'll keep it on mute. That way you don't hear it. But this is a pretty cool, so this is what I was talking about. Like, see, my character's wearing blue gloves here. Then we got the little hat. And then the scarf is different too. Still Gryffindor. And still the character model that I picked though. Yeah. And then SS Vita with the super chat. Yo, thank you, SS Vita. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. How far does the relationship system go? We didn't get to see anything about like relationships and how that system would work. Like this quest with Poppy was really the extent of it. We did have the choice in the crossed wands dueling area. We got to pick if we wanted Natsai or Sebastian as a oh, what do you call it? Like the duo partner? Companion? Companion, if you will. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Like that, the Hufflepuff student, Lenora, she like talks about other students, but we didn't, yeah, we didn't really see like how the relationship system works and if it like builds, if you do more activities with the character or not. We didn't get to see anything on that. Thank you for all the new subs, guys. Welcome, welcome.
You're a wizard.
Did you get to see the common rooms? No. I think they're safe. Well, we've seen all the common room tours, I guess, in the videos they've released, but I think they don't want to spoil that. They want you to have that experience yourself for the first time. Oh, but yeah, man.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Gleason, what's up? Need help in the Discord? Exclamation point Discord will get you to it if you need help, like actually in the Discord. A lot of the mods are probably here right now, so they're probably not gonna be able to help out much, but I'm sure one of them will be able to help after the stream. So unrated, the attire for us in this section was random, but it is not random in the game. You get to set that.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You get to set it yourself. It's like, make sure this is the 4K. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, YouTube doesn't do it justice. The YouTube compression, and here's another, talking about little technical quirks. Watch this one right here. And again, I think this is just like not being the final version. Because everything, I mean, it was running very smooth. But watch this, like my character, it's going to jerk over. Here, I'll watch it just like letting it play. Right there. It's almost like I stepped on something in the world, or there was an area there that I wasn't supposed to, and it just kind of pulled me over. Oh, it won't give you the role. Okay. You might have to you have to make sure your YouTube and Discord are linked, and then it might, I don't know, it might take like a refresh period. I don't know. I don't know how long that how long it takes. Elwin, I think Gleason's talking about the special role, the prefect role for channel members is my guess. Does our character have a name? Good one. Good question. You get to name your character. You get to name your character. That is on the character select screen. It's like one of the very first things you do. Yep, when you make your character, you'll get to name them. So I chose RetroRaconteur for my name. And you can actually, like, you'll see it if you have subtitles on. You'll see it down there at the bottom. Potion consumption. So the only potion I used, Moonlily, the only potion I used was Wiggenweld. That one is mapped to, I'm pretty sure, where's my PlayStation controller? I'm pretty sure it was down on the D-pad. And it was like instant in battle. It was very, very quick. The other potions that they're going to put on L1, I didn't use any of those. I don't even know if I had any. I guess I should have looked. The thing about the combat, guys, I can't stress enough how, like, frantic is the word I keep coming back to, but I mean that in a positive way. Like, usually frantic, you might think of that as a bad thing. I mean that in a positive way. All the footage that we have seen, Chandler talked about. He said it in the Reddit post where he explained, like, guys, he's like, I'm telling you, Andrew's really good at the game. He's really good at this game. So all the footage, like the gameplay showcase stuff, the trailers, like, we're seeing the best combat can look. Now, today, you guys are going to get to see some of the stuff where it doesn't look so great. So this was one thing I was like, it was kind of disappointing. I was hoping you'd be able to use Accio to pick these up. So, like, I tried on the little leech right there, and it didn't work, so I just had to push square. And then I tried it on the, so I don't know, maybe that's something you'll be able to unlock later, but my guess is you're just going to have to walk up and pick them up. So there's probably only certain things that Accio will interact with. Or maybe I needed to, I don't think you could lock on to objects like that, though. I don't think so. And then Or Division with the super chat. What is up, Or Division? Fellow Hogwarts Legacy creator. If you haven't checked him out, check out his videos. See if you enjoy them. If you do, consider subscribing. Or Division, thank you for the support, my friend. You should have seen my jaw, body, and mind completely drop while watching you today on my live. Oh, did you watch it live? That's great. Live reaction to it. Oh, that's great. Amazing. Robes and facial expressions were weird, but game is fire. Yeah, somebody was asking about the facial expressions on Twitter and like the mocap. I think it looks better than what we had seen. I feel like it's about 90% there. 90% there, I feel like. And again, even if that was as far as it ever made it, I'm still gonna enjoy this game, man. I'm telling you. I saw somebody in the chat asking, like, biggest concern. So we talked about that in the video. Like, at this point, let's think about this. Hold on. I'm going to take a bite of a cookie.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Take a bite of a cookie here, chat. Grab a snack. Settle in. There's another item right there. You see? Lavender patch scarf, it said. My biggest thing, as I feel like it should be with most people for any game, is how does it actually feel? Did you guys like, for those of you who were here last night, we teased this last night on our stream. Johnny, I completely forgot about that, Johnny. They talked about that in the Autodesk, though. You're right. They had to get creative and do it totally different than they normally do for the mocap because of the whole thing that happened in 2020. Chris, so stoked to be here with everyone. Thanks, mods, for all you do in retro, for literally everything. All the bugs and issues seem so minor to me. Hyped. Hashtag hyped. Yeah. So back to the question, though. Yeah, Chris's comment kind of gets at that. So for me, when I was Luke Stevens asked me to be on, and we had kind of a conversation about hype and expectations and why I was so excited for this game. And he asked me about my hype level, and I said 9 out of 10. That was before that video. If anybody's seen that video, that was all done before this. This was just literally last week when we got to play, and I said 9 out of 10. The only reason I didn't say 10 out of 10 is I was like, because until you get the controller, until you get it in your hands and you actually play the game for yourself, it can look like the greatest thing in the world. But until you play it, now that I've played it, I'm at a 10 out of 10. I'm at a 10 out of 10. Even with the issues that we pointed out. I'm trying to think. So the videos, it seemed like a lot of the creators pointed out almost exactly the same issues. Believe it or not. Almost exactly the same, which is, I mean, if you're Avalanche, like that's kind of I feel like that's a good thing, because if you want to like prioritize, oh, we're going to work on this or that, or oh, that's not happening, that's not going to be fixed. I mean, basically at this point, whatever they're not working on right now, it's not going to make it. But seeing this feedback now, it could very well make it into patches, those first couple weeks. But I'm like totally ignorant to game development. I don't know how long stuff takes. I guarantee it all takes much longer than we think. That's for sure. But when I got the controller in my hands, I can't stress enough, man. Like I knew right away. I knew right away, just from the way the character moved, just from the frame rate that it moved, how smooth it was, and then when I started casting spells, I was like, yep. It's that feel. It's just that feel that you can't judge, you can't say until you play it for yourself. And that was the moment I had. That was the moment I had, and I was like, yep. All the concerns, hopefully they can be fixed. But I'll enjoy it. I'll enjoy this game. Even if literally every concern we pointed out, I'll still enjoy the game. Now, just because I'm saying my hype is at a 10 out of 10 now, I'm not saying it's going to be like a perfect game. No game's perfect. No game is perfect. There are some that come close, but no game is perfect. Oh, I want to talk about this spot right here, because here's another thing that I think is so amazing about watching all the different creators' footage from today, is just how different I learned something new, something different that I didn't pick up on, or something that I didn't see in just about every person's video. That's testament to the creators, first of all. I think the majority of people covering this game have done a spectacular job with the videos today. They've been awesome. I've really enjoyed watching them. But it's also a testament to Avalanche and a testament to this game that we talked about and pointed out such different things. And in this, I was talking to Ben afterward, Benjamin Snow, and he kept talking about repairing a bridge. And I was like, what is he talking about? I never got a chance to repair a bridge. Don't know what he's talking about. In his footage, and I'm pretty sure Professor Lynette, Wizard PhDs as well, they did something, maybe it was a barrel or something, they did something that destroyed this bridge. Destroyed it. It never happened to me. Never happened. So all I did in this section, I wanted to try out stealth. So I did stealth on literally every enemy, which it's square. Petrificus Totalis, boom. He locks up, falls over. I did it on every enemy except the last one. So Poppy does the same thing. She goes into the disillusionment as well. And then this one, I wanted to test. I was like, okay, nobody's been alerted yet. How close to this dude can I get? So he was looking right at me. So he sees this guy fall over. I've heard centaurs quieter than you, he shouts, Poacher Ranger. But then I sort of dash away, and I still don't think he sees me. But then he did kind of turn my... No, now he's just panicking. And then I have the Ancient Magic. I'm like, all right, I'm not even dealing with this guy. Just Ancient Magic, lightning bolt on him. He's gone. And my bridge isn't destroyed. Did I see what happened to Miranda right there? No. I saw, I know in Wizard Tricks' video, Wizard Tricks has one of the best clips of this spot right here. He just gets launched. He just gets straight up launched in this little section right here. He starts fighting these guys. I don't know if he got discovered or what, but he starts fighting these guys. Just gets absolutely launched off the cliff right there. Launched off the cliff. Oh my goodness. But I haven't watched all of Miranda's footage yet. I haven't watched it. What happened? What happened in hers? All right, so we answered Moon Lily using potions in combat smooth. Yeah, so I only used the Wig and Weld, and it was just like, it was instant. It was instant. I don't know about the others because I didn't get a chance to do those. Christy, what's up? Christy here as well, another fellow moderator. Thank you, Christy, for hanging out. Good to see you. Congratulations on getting to play and meet everyone. Definitely deserve it, but you sneaky. I mean, unbreakable vows, Christy. They're very, you know, you got to keep your unbreakable vows. But thank you, Christy, for the super chat. And thank you for all you do on the moderator team as well. SS Vita. Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer, but I think I have an idea for you. SS Vita asks, do you know anything about the collector's edition coming out again? No, I don't. Like, zero inside information. Haven't heard anything. Here's what I will say from my experience with the God of War collector's edition right here. The hammer was included in that one. It's pretty awesome. In past games, a lot of times, like the week of launch, even the day of launch, the day after, you will see stock start to come in. And I don't think it's new. I just think it's like either people don't pick it up or they decide to cancel it. Like Amazon, for example. I don't know if Amazon ever put them up. I have no idea, but I think they did, but they just went out really quickly. But usually they'll start getting some stock that opens back up, whether from people canceling or whatever. And then Jake with another super chat. Hi, Retro. Hi, Jake. How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you guys for the super chats. Very much appreciated. Amazon gets a lot of restock, Gabe said. Yeah, you usually see that happen. Nathan, how did you guys capture the footage? So, this was awesome. Shout out to WB for this. So, we didn't have to bring anything. They had, so we had the PS5, we had the computer monitor, and then we had this Elgato 4K 60. I should have looked. I think James looked at exactly which one it was. And you just pop the SD card in. You hit the little button to start recording, and that was it. It was awesome. And then they gave us the SD card. Actually,
You're a wizard, Harry.
Here it is, right here. Here it is. Dude, you want to know how, like, preciously I treated this thing through the airport and on my way back?
Wizard, Harry.
It's like, oh my gosh. I'm going to put this, I feel like I should put this in a more secure place than just my pocket.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But yeah, so it was a very nice setup. Cloud Roth 216 with the $25 super chat. Cloud Roth, what is up? Thank you so much for your support of the stream with the super chat there. Do you think we'll be able to use all the unforgivable curses but still make the light side choices when it matters? Congrats on getting to play. Thank you for the congrats. Appreciate it. It's a dream come true, man. Wouldn't have happened without people like you either. Would not have happened. Ooh, okay. So I feel like I need to say this before every question now. So we didn't see anything about this. There was nothing that would give me any indication. But let me think. So we had Crucio in this section here, but we're like level 19 or something. So here's the question again, if you guys miss it. Do you think we'll be able to use all of the unforgivable curses but still make the light side choices when it matters? I think so, Cloud Roth. I'm going to say yes, and I think that's what they mean by when they say there's no morality system. I think they know that an awful lot of people want to use AK, Crucio, and Imperio. and still try to be a good witch and wizard, you know? I think they know that. So I don't think they're going to have it like, oh, you just cast Crucio, you're locked into the dark path. I don't think so. I think that's what they mean when they say they have no morality system. There's nothing that like tracks it. I think what really determines the sort of path, however many there are, which we don't know if it's 2 endings, if it's like 3 endings, 5 endings, if there's different ways that different stories can like can Sebastian's questline end? What is this music? Can Sebastian's questline end in 2 different ways? 3 different ways? We don't know. But if it can, I feel like it will be tied to the like there will be a dialogue choice or a point you come to in the story where you decide. That's my guess. But it is just a guess. Sharon, good night. Thank you for being here, Sharon. Let's see. How spoilery is tonight's stream? Not very, Mr. Mo, other than... So that's also a good topic, too. Because I feel like people are kind of handling this differently. We've always been very overly cautious on spoilers here. And, I mean, we still are. Our kind of motto that the mods we've talked about is we've just said unless it comes officially from Avalanche, then we're considering it a spoiler. So like art book stuff, it's official, but it wasn't released in an official way that Avalanche wants. So we like don't discuss it. Trophy leak, same thing. Yeah, it's official, but we're not going to discuss it on stream. This one's like in this little bit of a gray area where it's not directly from Avalanche, but I mean, we got all the footage from Avalanche. This is what they provided to us. So I guess, yeah, it is kind of official. However, and I was actually talking to some of the folks at Avalanche about this. I was talking to them about what dealing with like spoilers, and because fans have so many different expectations and as a marketing team, like it's a challenge, right? They have to decide every trailer they put out, you guys, they have to sit and look at like, is that too much? Do we want to save that? Should we not include that? Should we include this? Do people need to see more of that? So all I can tell you is they're always thinking about that. So everything you see is stuff that they have decided is they feel comfortable showing. Me personally, like I don't feel like the footage that I have has any major spoilers. Are there story reveals? Yeah, there are. Like what you're seeing right now, this over here, we got it on mute just in case people don't want to know anything about it. But it is one of the game's story missions, which, you know, there are rumors floating around about how long the game is, but I don't think it's a major spoiler. But if, you know, only you can decide like what's a major spoiler for you. I was talking to Dustin, one of our loyal members here, who got spoiled earlier today and saw something they didn't want to see, and Dustin was just last night telling us like, I'm out for a while, I don't want to know anything else. And then got spoiled today by this footage, which is something that Dustin just didn't want to see. I don't even know what it was, actually. But so yeah, everybody has a different level. Like if you know your spoiler level and you feel like, hey, seeing a story mission, which is not, I don't think it's like the game's main plot. It's not like the end or anything. But if you're like, I don't even want to know a single story mission, then yeah, I mean, it's probably time to go dark on videos you watch related to it and that kind of thing. But also, I think you got to trust, and that's why I brought up the conversations I had with some of the folks at Avalanche. I mean, I think you just have to trust that, and the folks at WB, like they know. The Harry Potter IP has been under WB for a long time. They know the fans very well. So everything they release is very strategic, and it's chosen deliberately. So yeah, hope that clarifies a little bit for you. Zutara babe, what is up, Zutara? Welcome. Thank you for the super chat. I have a dumb question. No dumb questions, Zutara. You said you played this in performance mode. What does that mean? Also, so happy for you to experience this firsthand. Congratulations. Hey, thank you, Zutara. Thank you for all your support over these past few months. Very much appreciated. But no, that's not a dumb question at all. That's a console thing It's console lingo for people who are very familiar with consoles. So basically, what a lot of game companies have started doing is they give players the option. This is only on console because PC, it's just PC have always had these controls. So if you have a PC, you already know that when PC games come out, you basically can control. You can control things like shadows, draw distance. Like you have little sliders for all these settings, and you tailor it to your computer system and what it can handle. Consoles have never had that. They're like kind of a one-size-fits-all, and it's like a blessing and a curse, right? It's what makes them great because they're really easy to develop for and all that sort of thing. But it also, you know, everybody gets kind of the same experience. Well, as games and as the consoles have gotten more powerful, it really started when Microsoft and Sony did like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. Because for years, console makers were all like, we'll just make the game look as good as we can, and then we'll have a low frame rate. Because for many years, console gamers were fine with games at 30 FPS. In recent years, though, they've started to realize that players want better frame rates. And so if you aren't familiar with the frame rate and that sort of thing, it's just like a smoother experience. So when people say games run at 60 FPS, that's a relatively smooth experience. If the game runs at 30 FPS, it's kind of like, especially if you're really used to PC and like higher frame rate games and you go to 30 FPS, it's almost jarring. It's jarring because it almost looks like it's stuttering or something. So there's a really long answer to say that performance prioritizes frame rate, whereas the fidelity mode, so that's the other mode Hogwarts Legacy will have, fidelity mode prioritizes the image quality. So if you want it to absolutely look as good as it possibly can, you'll choose fidelity. If you want the best possible frame rate, you'll want to choose the performance mode instead. That's the breakdown. Me personally, I thought it looked great in the performance mode. All my stuff was performance mode. I know Expecto Goes was in performance mode. I think a lot of the others were in the fidelity mode. And when it comes out, probably not a breakdown on this channel, but there are very technical channels that break this kind of stuff down because there are trade-offs to each one. There are trade-offs to each one. So you can compare and see like, oh, wow, I don't feel like the visuals are all that different in performance mode, so I'm going to go in performance mode. Or you may say like, geez, I don't even care about frame rate. It doesn't bother me at all. I want the best picture, so you can go with the fidelity mode. But yeah, not a dumb question at all. Good question, and thank you for your support. Pineapple cheers with another super chat. Totally agree the day-night cycle will likely be narrative-based, and that's okay. Think they should rip the Band-Aid off. If so, some are expecting Skyrim-like days. I feel like they've kind of already said in one of the showcases, it was where, oh gosh, Alan was saying something of like how, because people were asking about classes too. Like, are we just going to be able to go to class every day? How does that work? And Alan said it's narrative based. It's like based on the story. So you may have like, you go to this class to kind of kick off with that professor. It's like a one-time thing. You get a cutscene, and then you don't have to go and do that every single day. Then you can do like other little things, like the little mini game, like the mini game where you have the ball that we've seen in some people's footage, stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe if they wanted to be a little bit more clear about it, like exactly how this is how you transition, which that's why if Wizard PhD ever, I'll ask Wizard PhD after this stream. Yeah, Alex, exactly. Yeah, Wizard PhD was one of them, and there was somebody else too that got to see Night, but I don't know how they did it. It'd be really interesting if it just kind of happened automatically. Want to raise a baby dragon? Oh, I hope so, Moonlily. I hope so. We didn't get to see any Room of Requirement stuff. Or like the Vivarium stuff. We didn't get to see any of that. Oh, maybe pineapple. Maybe. But yeah, somebody earlier was asking, so like biggest concerns now based off what we've seen. So we pointed out like the technical stuff that who knows, maybe some of it will be fixed, maybe some of it won't. I can tell you if literally all of it is still present in the final game, I will still enjoy the game. Then the question becomes, how is the game as a whole, right? So we've seen a couple of different vertical slices now, some specific sections that they wanted us to see. Then what is it like when it all comes together? What's the story like? How do all the different storylines interweave together? How's the mission variety? So this mission, the mission that we have with Poppy, a similar structure to a lot of games you see. You have this first little kind of cutscene where they talk, kind of describe what's going on. Then they have a kind of like this little investigative, I think that's how you say that word, investigative section where you're having to use Revelio, which by the way, Revelio, guys, you're gonna use that a lot. It's like remember in the Batman Arkham games how he has like the special vision, same thing for Joel in The Last of Us. This is like one that actually makes sense within the world, right? Revelio. You can be using that a lot because you can see enemies, you can see like the treasure. I don't know if we had access to it in this, so I don't know how early you'll unlock it in the actual game. But Revelio, dude, it's going to be your bread and butter. Going to use that a lot. You can see that I am, if you watch this video I have pulled up right now, I was constantly casting Revelio. When we get down there where the dragons are, I'm just like, Revelio. I don't want to miss anything. And it also helps you kind of plan out your stealth if you're going to try to play stealth instead of going in like crazy. Gotta have a photo mode. Dr. Sherbet, I had like a list of questions that I wanted to ask. That was one of them, and I just didn't get to it. I didn't get around to it. Our conversation started leading us in so many different directions with all of the folks that we got a chance to talk to afterward. That was one that I was mad at myself for not asking, but I don't know if they could have answered it anyway. The good thing about photo modes, though, guys, is a lot of times you'll see them added after the game comes out. Like, I know God of War did that. God of War just did that, and games do that all the time. Here's what I'll say. They're listening. They're listening, you guys. They are absolutely listening. So I guarantee they've listened to all the concerns that creators brought up in the videos. They've listened to all the things that we were excited about. So they hear us. And I feel like photo mode is one of those things that, again, I'm ignorant on game development. I don't want to say how hard or easy it is. It could be very incredibly difficult to do. Could be really difficult to do. But to me, as like someone on the outside, it's like, oh, that should be something. Should be something that you can add in fairly easily later on. That might be a good question to ask, though, at some point. If I ever get a chance to meet or talk with any of them again, I'd love to ask that. I'd love to ask, like, how difficult is it to implement something like a photo mode, which it's kind of becoming like a standard in game. Like, I feel it's almost just something people expect now in the really good, like, AAA games. It's like God of War, if they didn't add that in, oh my goodness, people would have been so upset if they didn't add that in. I don't know why tonight, like my whole, like this little, whatever. Don't know why it's staying up there. Chris with a super chat. Thank you, Chris, for your support. Swimming confirmed. Makes me think water beast. Yeah.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I don't know if you guys want to be spoiled on that, but yeah. I think so. I think so.
You're a wizard, Harry.
How many? How many is the question? Here, I'm going to turn sound on for a second. This got some people.
You're a wizard, Harry.
All right, if you don't want to know creatures, put your earmuffs on for a second. Put your earmuffs on for just a second. This jump scare got some people.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Here we go.
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
I know, right, Poppy? Right? So remember, guys, like a few weeks ago on stream when we were looking at the second gameplay showcase and you guys are like, there's a red marker in the water. There's a red marker in the water. Doug Boggs, dude. Doug Boggs. Oh my gosh. And now that we know we can swim, dude, what if you can get attacked by those things?
Not entirely sure, but look around.
I didn't see if you could cast a spell while you're in the water, but I know you can get on and off the broom in water. Like you can be flying, hop off the broom, land in the water, and then you can like kind of pop up out of the water, right back onto the broom. You totally missed it, Chris? Yeah, it's shout out to the person who was assisting me with my gameplay, because they were like, they sort of prompted me. They said, take a look at this sweet little deer over here. Because I was just looking all around. You guys noticed I was just spinning the camera. I was trying to get as much as I possibly could, show off as many different sections of the game. Had that little moment at the beginning with the centaurs there. But yeah, then this right here. So they're like, yeah, just look at this little deer over here. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Why do you want me to look over there? And then I heard the music. Say what?
That's the third
I know, Dylan. Should I have tried to jump in and swim right there?
Seems that a lot of beasts have been more
Oh, somebody was asking about the why did it
I've
say
noticed that too.
why did it say don't turn back or something? Why does the game say turn back at the start? Good question. Okay, so where does it happen? Right. So the way this session was set up, we had headphones,
Worries I'll do something.
but they were also trying to talk to us at the same time. So I was doing like this number with my headphones. So I had one side on and the other side I had off listening to them. And then James was right behind me. James was sitting directly behind me. So I would hear him react to something cool, and so I'm turning around like, what are you looking at, dude? What are you saying right now?
Tread carefully.
So I had my headphones kind of like this. Oh no, OBS disconnected. Hold up. Are we still here?
An entire castle to
Oh
roam.
no. Oh no. Hold on. I'm a little scared. My computer just said OBS disconnected. Hopefully we're still here. Okay, good. Everybody's saying still here. Woo! 787 viewers. Could you imagine the stream dying? Could you imagine? I've never seen that message in my life. It said OBS disconnected. By the way, hold on. We had some super chats. Super chats come in here. Dawes19 with the super chat. Thank you so much, dude. I got a question. Is the lock-on system automatic or manual? Really excited for the game. So it's R3. R3. So you can kind of look, if you ever see me, actually I think I'd do it right here. I think it's right before this, where we get to the centaurs.
And after hiding.
If you hold L2, it's kind of like a, I'm pretty sure it's right up here, right when we get up here.
A centaur.
Tread carefully. Right there. So that I'm holding L2 kind of zooms in a little bit. So it gives you like a little bit of an aim there. Wait, hold on. Oh, that was Dawes. Okay. I was like, wait, did I read the right? Yeah. Is the lock-on system automatic or manual? Yeah. So it's R3.
An entire castle
When you're
to
in
roam.
battle,
Yet
it's
you
R3.
choose to wander here.
But that's L2 is just like a little bit of a zoom.
Do you
And I have some more footage. I'm trying to remember if it made it into my preview. We have so much footage, you guys. So much. There's so much stuff I'm still going to be able to release and show over the
You're a
next
wizard,
few
Harry.
days and weeks. So much. But I was trying to, when I was in the library, I was testing out that little L2. I was like,
You're
so
a
is this
wizard,
L2 purely for zooming in and looking around? I think it is, because I was trying to use it to like aim at a field guide page. Which,
You're a
now that you
wizard,
bring it up, the lock-on only, I don't think I could lock on to a field guide page. I'm pretty sure you could only lock on to enemies
You're a wizard,
when you're
Harry.
fighting in the battlefield. Because the Yeah, I'll have to double check on that. I will have to double check on that at MX, but I'm almost positive that with the field guide pages, it was almost just like a general aim, kind of like not an auto lock on, but like I just had to sort of have it in the center of my view,
Wizard, Harry.
and then do Accio, and it would do. It was I definitely didn't lock on for those. When you're in battle though, it's R3. Like you click R3 in, that's how you lock on. You can kind of switch between like that. And then we had AJ Draws. AJ Draws, what is up, my friend? Shout out to AJ Draws, an incredible artist. Still, my Twitter picture is from a very awesome illustration that AJ Draws did, featuring a lot of Wizarding World creators. Still one of my favorite things. AJ said, just want to thank you for always being so upbeat retro. Love all you HP content creators. Appreciate the work you put into keeping us hype and entertained. AJ, thank you, dude. Thank you for all you do, AJ.
Certainly a charmer.
Thank you for all you do as well. AJ Draws. But yeah, man, this whole community, like James was saying today on his stream, guys, this is a place where it's okay to be hyped. It's okay to be excited. You know? I understand people want to talk about Cyberpunk and how you've been burned by games in the past sometimes, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. And if this came out and was terrible, then we still made a lot of good memories, right? Still made a lot of good memories and had fun along the way. And thank you to the new subs coming in there as well. We're keeping Hagrid very busy tonight, guys. Very, very busy. Do we get fall damage? I never got any fall damage. I know you can fall to your death, though. I know you can fall to your death. I should have thought to do it, but I never did.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I know Wizard PhD did.
It's almost like there's something in the water.
So you can see what it looks like just jumping off and falling to your death. Yes, yes, yes. We have a Discord. There you go. Dylan's on it. Thank you, Dylan. Wait, hold on. Is Nightbot taking the night off? There you go, Nightbot. You better show up. Wizard PhD said there is fall damage. There you go. Thank you, Feathers. Thank you.
Odd.
What is it?
Yep. Good to know. Good to know. And good question, too. Good question. What do NPCs refer to you as? Trace, yes. Order Merlin merch. So I think that is a command as well. Exclamation point merch. Let's see. Let's see. Or maybe it's, yes, it is. Good. It's awesome when technology actually works the way it's supposed to. Yeah, all the stuff we've ever put out is still available on the merch store. And if you're a member, make sure you get the discount. You can go to our community page on YouTube. If you're a channel member, you get a discount on the merch. But yeah, then the other question was,
How are you? Welcome to Gryffindor.
oh, where did it go? What do NPCs refer to you as? I don't think it was anything specific other than that section where we heard the one say, the Troll Slayer of Hogsmeade. But yeah, I never heard any of them say like a special name or anything. Just like generic you and stuff like that, yeah. Joe Machado in the house. Joe Mac, what is up, my friend? Becoming a member of House RACONTEUR. We got to get out the hammer, Joe. We got to get out the hammer and officially welcome you, my friend. You guys, if you don't know Joe, I guarantee you've seen one of his Hogwarts Legacy memes. Guarantee.
Anything interesting?
Thank you, Joe. Good to see you here. Did we see anything after this Poppy Quest? No, that was the last thing.
I found Goblin
And then we all cried because we had to quit playing. I'm not exaggerating, man. Fastest 2 hours of my life.
You're a wizard.
Fastest 2 hours of my life. It's like you're joking, right? That has not been 2 hours. It's been like 30 minutes maybe. Oh, right here. But here was the question somebody asked. Why does it say return? Because Poppy got too far away from me. This is when I mentioned how we were set up. So I had my headphones like this. So I was talking to the guy from Avalanche who was assisting me with the demo. Then James is behind me. So I'm like, you know, James is going to get excited. I'm hearing James behind me. So I'm hearing all this other stuff around me. And so I actually think it was the guy from Avalanche I was talking to. And if you get too far away from her, you'll get like this little, you'll get this pop-up right here that says return to the quest area, which feels a little bit tight to me. Like that feels a little bit tight. I don't know if it needed to pop up that quick. Like why couldn't I have just stood there for a while and waited? So it would count down. I don't know what would happen if I let it go all the way down. Maybe it resets the quest, but as you see me quickly start moving forward, then I get close enough and it goes back to normal. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, Modern Gamer. I think so.
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers.
VRR, yes, Jonathan. VRR has been confirmed on both PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. Yes, 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 it has.
Or perhaps a less discreet approach.
Hard to say from
Possible to save yourself using Arresto Momentum.
Better lay of the land.
Good question, Dawes. Good question. We didn't have access to that spell right here. We did not have access to it, but that is a great question. The ultimate game boss, Gravity, right? Wondering if we go to the Hogwarts, like the rooftops? I tried, and I know Lynette tried in her footage too. So they said there will be areas you can land on. I think it was just either turned off for this, or I didn't find the correct spot, I guess, because I tried. I was looking all around to see if we could. Imagine how fast time will feel post launch. I know. But then we get to start begging them for like DLC and sequels. Well, first it's like, okay, I feel like the first thing we beg for is like we want anything fixed. Hopefully it comes out. Oh, dude, I cracked up at this part. Back to the question about the morality system. Stuff like this are the reason I think there's no morality system. There's a little bit of suspension of disbelief that you're going to have to do here. It's kind of like Nathan Drake, right? I mean, the guy's really a mass murderer, but he comes off as this, you know, Indiana Jones action hero, Nathan Drake. I think we're going to have to suspend our suspend belief a little bit because stuff like this is going to happen. And the dude just falls off. He's just gone. And I tell the guy, I'm like, what? No, I'm trying to play as a light wizard. I'm trying to play on the side of the good. Yeah, what? No, we can't have this.
You're a wizard.
And he kind of just laughed like, well, good luck is basically the reaction I got. And then the other thing is the enemies,
wizard,
they do kind of, I don't think you get to see it right here, but they vanish after a while. So the bodies don't stay, which I think that's a rated T for teen thing.
Wizard.
This guy, I was checking. I was like, okay, good. He's still alive. But then see, I should have kept the camera over there. He kind of just fades away. I actually think that's a ESRB thing. I'm almost positive, like if you leave bodies, sounds awful to say, like if the bodies stay laying, I think that starts to push the game into M territory, at least in the US. I don't know how it is in other countries, but I'm pretty sure I'm right out. So there you go. You get a nice Revelio, and then the yellow is going to highlight any treasure, and then the red, of course, is highlighting enemies. Cadbane Bounty Hunter with a super chat. Thank you, my friend. If she gets too far away, why wouldn't she stop? Yeah, she should come back. They stop in a lot of other games, I thought, or am I wrong? Yeah. No, you're right. They do. And this was like maybe this was a special thing for our build. I don't know. But yeah, like I was literally just talking to the guy beside me, and that popped up, and he was like, "Oh, go, go, go." So then I just quickly sped up, and it corrected. I saw somebody else who tried to, dude, that spell is so awesome. I'm gonna let you guys hear the sound a little bit for this right here.
Quieter than you.
Let me back it up. Because again, I was kind of testing. I wanted to see how far they could detect me. I did cut right there because I stood here forever. I was talking to the Avalanche guy, like, how close can I get? If I do this right here, are they going to see me? And so he was kind of explaining it.
was quieter than you.
But then even then, like, they still don't know where I'm at.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
And again, I can't get over how a lot of other people had this bridge destroyed. Then Ben was able to repair the bridge. And it didn't prompt him for that. It didn't say, like, here's what you do. He just tried it and it worked. So right now we've got Expelliarmus and then Crucio, and then the top one is Reparo, and then we have Revelio, or not Revelio, Disillusionment. Disillusionment Charm is what we have right there.
Revelio.
Jay, I don't think so. I don't think we can. I didn't encounter it anywhere, and I specifically looked. Logs, yeah, PS5. PS5. Ooh, that's a good question, Apollo. Any extra information you can share that wasn't in your video? We've already talked about it some, if you guys go back and watch the replay. I'm trying to think of anything related specifically to Hogwarts that we could share. Talked about how Boston watches our Let's Plays. That was pretty exciting. I love that. We talked about how Alan, we talked a little bit about their inspiration from the old games and how they didn't really play a lot of the old games excuse me, to base anything from this game off of. I don't know. I'll see if I can think of anything else. And then we had iCast Knife. Oh my goodness. That came in earlier with Cad Bane. I'm so sorry, iCast Knife. I hope you're still here. You sent in a super chat. Thank you very much for your support. When you were flying through the Quidditch field, did you get a sense of a vibe this might be a thing in the future, like a DLC? I wish I could say yes, but I didn't. I didn't. I don't even think there were hoops, actually, when I flew through there. And I know that's like one of the big things people want to, is like, Quidditch DLC, please. But I mean, that, again, I'm not basing that on anything we saw or did. It's just, I should say I didn't hear anything about that one way or another. Just my take from flying through there. It didn't feel like, oh, this is, they could make this a game right here. But who knows, man? Like I said, they absolutely 100% listen to the community. They really do. Quidditch should have its own full game. I'm kind of in the same boat, Jenny. Kind of in the same boat. Can you go to prison? Azkaban? Don't know. Don't know. We didn't see anything about that. Have a good one, Christy. Thank you for being here, hanging out. No, we did not get to try that little Pavao. No, we didn't. For the that gyro controls for the PS5 controller. Nope. Any major loading screens in Hogwarts Castle? Is it all seamless? Great question. No major loading screens. What's deleting that? My wife pops in. She's like trying to take, I still have like a piece of a cookie here. Now she's dying laughing, trying to not be heard on stream. Oh my, you could say hi. They think you don't even exist. Oh, there we got a hand. We got a hand. Let's go, Mrs. Raconteur. Dude, I still have like a bite of a cookie left right here. She's trying to take away this. Trying to take away the cookie. Come on now. All right, now we're done. Oh man, that was funny. Too funny.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Love the whole side quest. Feels very different from a Wizarding World story in a good way. It did, Joe.
Harry.
When we opened that tent, that was probably my biggest jaw-dropping moment. I mean, I didn't know what we were gonna find in there. You know, had no idea. No idea. Chris with the super chat. A wave. I know we got a wave, you guys. Who knows? Maybe one day she'll join me for a live stream. Maybe one day we can get her to join. And then Elwin with another super chat as well for 500 likes. We get a wave. She gave the wave. I owe you $1.49, Elwin. Oh, that's too funny. I'm trying to keep it relatively low so it doesn't
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's see. If we get 1,000 likes, are we close to 1,000 likes? What? If we get 1,000 likes, are we? Oh my gosh! We're over 500. If we get 1,000 likes, I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, we could do. Luna is in here tonight, and she's not asleep yet. So, yeah, we'll bring Luna on. Maybe if we get 700. See if we can get 700. Oh, and you didn't have to donate again to say that. Elwin with another super chat. No, I mean we have 500 likes and got away. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to know what you guys think about this, because I don't know if I've ever. It's hard to get people to agree on the internet with just about anything, but almost every creator I heard that talked about this. Not that we disliked this minigame. It was just a little unclear. And I'm not going to say it was broken, but it just felt very... I have longer footage of this too, because I edited this to speed it up a little bit. So it's Alohomora, and then this is what happens. You get this little lock picking game, which, you know, we've seen a lot of games with lock picking. So the idea is like you have these green and red sparks. And so the best way to do it is like you just want to just do one at a time. At first I was just spinning them all like crazy. You really just want to do one at a time. So I push the left one, and then I start just rotating around, but finding like the sweet spot. So basically I'm moving this around, and I want this gear over here to start spinning. And so you see it kind of twitched there for just a second. And so I'm like, what? Why does it keep? And so I'm like, okay, maybe it's in this area. And then I get it. But then I also, you have to keep holding the left one and then do the red one at the same time. You have to do that one too. And so then I started seeing that other one spin. And so I'm like, okay, I think I'm kind of close. Wait. But then my left one started, then the green one stopped. And then right there I was like, oh, they're both spinning, they're both working. I'm just going to keep holding it. And then it went. It worked. Then it worked. So I think maybe if they just like clarify a little bit on the instructions exactly, or if they, again, this is where I'm like, my ignorance of game dev is coming into play here. If they like increase the window of like precision of like where you have to have it held, I feel like that might make it better. They did tell me, they said that it's randomized, so you won't get the same exact positioning every time. And I don't think it will increase or decrease in difficulty either. I think it's just like a set, like that's how it is, and every time it's just a randomized position. Dan, how's it going? Dan, we couldn't show any menus. Could not show any menus. Therefore, I didn't really pull it up at all. Think the spell should just unlock it. Yeah, like I don't hate the idea of doing some sort of mini game with it. But it could use a few tweaks. That'd be interesting, Chris, if they gave you the option to just like disable and just have it the spell auto. This was, it's hard to say favorite part because I loved the whole thing. I loved everything we did. But this was fun because things just went crazy right here. And this is the fight where I really started to get better at the combat. As I mentioned in my preview, I've been playing so much God of War. So just about any time you see me jump, like right here, I get the nice parry right there. That's Protego with triangle. I mean, that jump is meant to be a roll. So in God of War, you know, it's like X to do your roll. I got to get used to pressing circle. So it's circle for the roll. I would have rolled forward. And I just go right in, man. I was like, okay, they gave me Crucio. I'm just going to use it. The thing that I think will take people the most getting used to is when you get multiple ones unlocked and you have to like switch with a D-pad. However, and they stress this to us, is that, look, we're jumping you. The way you guys will experience this organically, and we'll all experience it organically when the game comes out, is it will be a progression. So I don't know if we're going to start with 4 spells or 1 spell or whatever, but I can guarantee we're not going to start with like 8. You're not going to start with those multiple slots. So it will be a gradual build up to this point, right? So somebody was asking about potions earlier. There was Wiggenweld right there. Like, you see how quick it was. So I do the little, that's an ancient magic attack right there. Boom, boom, boom. The little slam on him. And then right here, I miss. I should have done Protego there, but I'm really low. So down on the D-pad, we get the Wiggenweld. I was a little late. Let's see, does that one damage me? It does. Okay, so I get back to full health. So that Protego was late. And the button that you have to press when they do this little spell right here, I think that's Levioso. No, what is that one? Because it's purple. Or I heard her shout Levioso though. We see I'm kind of hovering there. The prompt that you have to press to get out of it, it changes. So I thought the first time I was like, okay, it's going to be this every time, but it switches up. It's a different button each time. Oh, I'm finding new stuff too. I'm going to have to break down my own footage, you guys. What the heck is this? He says, you after the golden snitch? What? Why would he be asking that? You after the golden snitch? Poppy, though, Poppy's holding her own over there. So then we get some combat going. Accio. And then you see the little leaves that kind of fly around. That is when Poppy has some sort of plant on the battlefield that's helping us out. I didn't use that enough. The R1. Oh. Did you guys catch this? I haven't seen anybody comment on this. I have not seen anybody comment on this. Did you guys catch that? If you can't read it, you could probably see it if you pull it up on the main video. Oh my gosh, Dr. Sherbet and Moon Lily. I think you guys are being sarcastic. That has been one of the biggest comments on my video today. LOL, it's Leviosa. I'm like, I get the joke everybody's trying to make, but it actually is a different spell in this game. It's Levioso. 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 O at the end. It's a different spell. We've talked about this before on stream. It is not Wingardium Leviosa. It's not. So Wingardium Leviosa, guys, you can you lift the object and you move it around. Levioso, you can see the text. You can see the text in the game. It is a spell that it's basically Levicorpus without holding them by the ankle, which Snape would invent. This is some of my favorite dialogue right here. This loyalist warrior. I'm going to rewind it so you guys can hear him. I refuse to be defeated by a vegetable. Oh my gosh. I think that's my favorite line of dialogue for the whole thing. I refuse to be not eaten. I was going to say eat. I refuse to be defeated by a vegetable. Ah! Vegetables on the battlefield. Oh. Salt, right? Oh, he was not happy. I know, eaten by a vegetable. Alright, so here's where I finally start getting pretty decent. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it now. Dodge. Red one. You always have to dodge the red one. So we dodged the red. Accio, Confringo, right in your face. Okay, focusing on you now. Ooh, trying to hit me from behind. That's all right. I got Protego.
You're a wizard.
You know what? Ancient Magic throw on this guy. Boom, right there. Now, I got a little bit too close. And so watch. I actually like this. I like,
You're a wizard, Harry.
if you see it's like hitting there, because the way the targeting is, it's like targeting, I guess, if there was a way to like do a little precision targeting on
You're
him.
a wizard,
I just
Harry.
need to back up. I even try another R1, but it hits right in front of him. So I'm like, okay, I got to just let him be for a second. Let me try to reposition.
wizard, Harry.
There we go. Get a different position. Then we Accio him. And then that you see the little leaves. The first couple times I watched the footage,
wizard, Harry.
I could not figure out what happened here. It's like, Poppy is being held up right now. How did this dude just fall over? And then I found Poppy's little plant that has been deployed on the battlefield. Poppy has been deployed on the battlefield. Or Poppy's plant. Watch this. Boom! It just launches. Oh wait, what did they say about herbology? That makes it even better. She's literally making fun of the plant. Is this what they teach in herbology these days? Hold on, let me make it so you guys can hear it. I don't want to turn it up to max because that was pretty loud. Listen. She doesn't even get to finish.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Did we already get the Animagus? Oh, we did. I was totally talking over that part, wasn't I? I was totally talking over that part. All right, we'll rewind a bit. Also, let's see. We had... Let's see. Trent. 6 minutes ago. Trent. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, Trent. I missed that one. With the super chat. Thank you, Trent. Very much appreciate it. Scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your gameplay? Let's see. So just just what I experienced, not basing it off what I guess or hope, I would say a 9. I'd say a solid 9. Yeah. I would say a 9. And the potential for the 10 just because there's a lot of, I know that's there that we didn't get to see and do. But yeah, I would say a 9. Like the concerns that I have are A, potentially could be fixed. B, even if they were in the final game, wouldn't bother me too much. Would not bother me too much. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, I want good mission. I want mission variety. I want a nice feeling of progression throughout the game as you learn these new spells. Because again, this section here, they were putting us further into the game. We don't know how far. I think we were like level 19 or something. And we had a lot more spells at this point. We had access to 8 rather than just 4. So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at now. Apollo with another super chat as well. Did you try to open the map of Argyllshire? Dude, people keep asking about the map. I'm so annoyed that I didn't do anything with the map.
How are you? Welcome to Gryffindor.
So the morning of our session, I couldn't sleep the whole night. I had flown in across 3 time zones. I'm Eastern time, so I was already like thrown off by the time and just like the excitement of getting to meet a lot of these creators that I've been following for the past year or so here. It was just like already excited from all that and then getting to play the game. So I got up early. I couldn't sleep, so I was like, I'm just getting up. I'm just gonna go on, get ready. And so I went down to the lobby and I was just like taking notes, like all the things I wanted to, just like handwriting it out, all the things I wanted to make sure I tried to do and see and ask about. So I planned, Apollo. And I didn't. The map thing totally slipped my mind. Just totally slipped my mind. If anyone did it though, and it's out there,
You're a wizard, Harry.
they probably can't show it. Then again, I've already seen some videos that include things they asked us not to show. just certain menus and stuff that we basically weren't supposed to show any menus other than like the you were allowed to show the menu when you hop on the broom, which I think I even took it out of my video just to be safe, and that was just because some of the menus had like dev stuff in there. But yeah, I didn't think to open it. I wish I had. Apollo. You saw one creator try, but it was cut off? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Now I know for sure I'm going to spend easily 5 hours gawking at everything before touching any mission once at Hogwarts, right? I kept getting... You know what I loved? And it wasn't... I don't know that I really anticipated this, but just like the little field guide pages that are flying around, those were so fun. They were so fun because it's like there was a little bit of a challenge. One time I went into the library, so the footage that I have way more footage of the library. Way more footage of that and the greenhouse. So stay tuned to the channel this week. I also have a vlog, so I focused so much on getting this video out, I don't even know what's next. But I have a lot of footage of the library, a lot of footage of the greenhouse, a lot of footage of me flying around, exploring Hogwarts. And what's the other one? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, the one I showed you guys tonight of inside Hogwarts, the little moth quest. Actually, I do have that one ready. I could probably post that tomorrow. You after the golden snitch? Why are they asking you after the golden snitch? No sorting ceremony, Dan. We did not see that. Can enemies cast Avada Kedavra on the player? Panda asked. We didn't see anything about that. I think so. I would assume so. But we didn't see anything about that in the gameplay. Jeremiah with a super chat. Yo, thank you, Jeremiah. And Brad choosing to become a channel member. Yo, thank you, Brad. Welcome to House RACONTEUR. Enjoy the emotes and enjoy the special Discord role. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss any other channel members coming in there. Guys, thank you for the likes, by the way, man. Crazy number of likes. Crazy number of people here hanging out. Almost like something big happened today. Almost like something big happened. But we do this thing every week, guys, and we're going to be streaming even more once the game comes out. So in the past, our normal stream is on Tuesday. We just did one last night. You know what? That would be fun. If tonight is your first time watching, it would be fun if you went back and watched last night's stream when we couldn't talk about any of this stuff. We couldn't talk about any of it. It'll be funny to go back and watch that now. But yeah, we normally stream on Tuesdays. We'll definitely be doing another stream next Tuesday. And then next week, the next week, we'll be doing a big, massive, like, Monday countdown stream to when it releases, presumably at midnight. Hopefully we'll get some info on that soon, exactly like when it's unlocking in each region. But yeah, right now I'm assuming it's going to be midnight Eastern time. Jeremiah with a super chat. Thank you, Jeremiah. Change that 9 ranking to 9 3/4. 9 3/4.
You're a wizard, Harry.
What is it he says to him? He's like, 9 3/4. Playing a joke, something like that. I can't remember. Thank you, Jeremiah. Raven with the super chat as well. Raven, thank you. I don't see a comment with yours, Raven, but thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Yeah, Beantowns. I'm gonna be playing it when it comes out on the 7th. The deluxe, the early one. 600. Yo, let's go. Thank you guys. Yeah, it helps more people find the video. And then all of you who end up watching this later in the replay squad, thank you guys for watching as well. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what was your favorite part of all the gameplay we've seen here. Somebody asked about Wife Wants a Wizard. I don't think so. And I think that is on behalf of Wife Wants a Wizard. Wife Wants a Wizard is, I don't know that he's ever showed his face or anything on stream. I think he prefers to be anonymous, which is, you know, that's fine. So I don't know this for a fact, but I feel pretty confident they would have tried to reach out to Wife Wants a Wizard. I do. Maybe, dude, imagine if he actually was there and just nobody knew. That would be hilarious. He was actually there, but nobody knew it was him. I do know for a fact that a lot of people at Avalanche love Wife Wants Wizards videos, though. Yeah. Ultra Blue, what's up? You did great. At least you didn't jump off a cliff. I should have jumped off just to show it off.
But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for me.
Jay, good question, Jay. Can you cast attack spells anywhere? You can cast them anywhere. I cast a couple of them in the library. Let me go back to my other video now. Let me go back to this video here. Let's see, it's toward the end. Oh yeah, and somebody, oh my gosh, like I remember somebody asking the question a while back about loading screens. There is no loading screens. We did run into a door a few times where we would get a spinning white symbol from the door. Usually it was just like a second. There was one time where I walked up to the door and it took an extra, I had to back up and then go back through, and then it went away. Where is the, what did you ask about? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the spells. Here it is. It's when I'm in the library. This is one thing I wish I'd had more time to do, to just go around and see like what can interact and what can't. That little picture frame, not that one. Hold on, you'll see me turn around here in a second. Because I was just kind of like, ooh, that stack of books looks like it could be knocked over. See, like, look how close I am to chairs, guys. No prompt. No prompt to sit down in any of these chairs, so I don't think you can. Like, right, I was right by it. Right by it. Okay, now right here is where I just start. So this one, R2, this is just like the basic shot. So I'm just kind of trying to cast around, see if it'll knock over anything. And I also tried it outside when I was running along the beach. I tried to cast Accio on one of these leeches right here. It was a little bit surprising that Accio didn't work to kind of pull that leech to me. Instead, I had to walk over and press the square prompt to pick it up. And then some things in the library would interact when I cast a spell. Right like here. This picture frame right here. So see, that one did respawn. Here, and then others were not. Just for the heck of it, I had to cast Incendio. Then I do Incendio. I also so it does kind of leave this like charred look to the books. Couldn't get over just how immersive and cinematic this whole experience felt. I told some of the folks there, I said, this truly felt... I mean that last part. I did. I went up to some of the people after, some of the WB people there, and was just like, I felt like I was back in, like I was sitting down to watch a new movie in the Wizarding World. Dan, I have a question about those pages, like fragments of pages that you need to collect. 2 of 3 pages collected. I think that the 2 or 3 pages, I think those are just like little milestones. Maybe they're part of an overall collection or something like that. But I think like the page you get, I think it is a full page. I think. And then let's see, we had Sean with the super chat. What was your favorite thing about your playthrough? Oh, that's so hard. It's a good question. A question I should have expected and having to answer. Oh, I'm going to say combat. And what I'm most looking forward to is exploring the castle. But for this particular demo, I'm going to say combat because we really didn't get to do a ton of exploring. For this, it was the combat because I was just so impressed with how it came across. I mean, it was genuinely fun. And I didn't want it to feel just like button mashing. I didn't want it to feel like you were just spamming. And so that's why I was a little bit worried going in like these, they've got this basic shots, you know? Like what about all your regular spells?
You're a wizard, Harry.
And yeah, so the combat really blew me away with how good it is and how it's going to be very difficult to master.
You're a wizard.
So that's why I'm so curious to see the actual progression, like, because I think if we progress through the game normally, again, they jumped us to a further point in the game, but progressing normally, like, let's say you just start off with one spell, then it's going to be a lot more of a gradual. So you're going to get used to, I will say, you're going to really need to decide on what your kind of go-to spells are and how you want to have them mapped. Like, on your controller, like what you want on X, what you want on circle, what you want on square. that sort of thing. The blue powder fast travel. I did get a couple of the fast travel prompts, and I kind of stood right beside it to try and see, but it didn't let me actually fast travel by it. They probably had it turned off for this. I don't know. No room of requirement, Cole. We didn't get to see anything with room of requirement. And then we had, let's see, Elwin with another super chat. 600 likes. Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy. You guys are awesome. I'm pretty sure that's a record for Deering Alive. Pretty sure that's a record. And then we had Dreamin' Plays Games with another super chat. Thank you so much, Dreamin'. Pre-ordered Deluxe today on PlayStation. It said I could play on the 7th at midnight. Gotcha. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to be, like, for US. It'll be midnight, like, Eastern time. Right here. See, that's where a lot of people thought you'd be able to sit. We saw this little prompt in a previous footage that they showed. But yeah, it's use when you walk up to that. Use is the prompt that you get. And then we had, let's see, Dreamin', and we had Pineapple Cheers again with another super chat. Hogwarts looks big flying around. How do you feel about the sense of scale? Okay. Thank you for the chat. I love this question, and this is part of the reason I've loved getting to watch all the different footage today from all the different creators. I truly mean when I found something new in every ones that I watched. Like James Expecto Go in his footage, he went a different way around the top of Hogwarts. I went the other way. So when you see his footage, you see like the other side of Hogwarts. He went like to the left and I went to the right. Like I went toward the boathouse and all that. And then he went the other way, like the little like main court, the iconic courtyard in that area. I don't even think I went around there. So yeah, the sense of scale was great. Like flying up to that stained glass window, which I show in this video. That might be one of my favorite just single pieces of imagery that they've released about this game. Is that you guys, if you guys were here last night, man, I was dropping hints. Obviously, you didn't know it was a hint, but we talked about that picture with the stained glass windows because we were watching the Winter ASMR, and there's a shot of it in there, and I was telling you guys, I was like, I love this. I love these windows so much. Such a good spot. Here's what I can't wait to do. I can't wait to see them at night. I can't wait to see them at night, flying outside Hogwarts at night. Oh, I can't wait. Cannot wait. And then we had Cad Bane Bounty Hunter. Wait, is that another one? I think that's another one. Are you going to at least finish Order of the Phoenix before Hogwarts Legacy comes out? Really like the throwback of it. If not, no big deal. Hey, Cad Bane Bounty Hunter, thank you for your support on the live, on the Let's Plays. Let me think about before I answer this. I want to. I will say that. I don't know if I'm going to have the time. I don't know. I just don't know. I am, these next 2 weeks, guys, they're going to be insane. They're going to be insane. I'm hoping, like, this weekend, I'm really going to try to just take it easy, catch up a little bit, and just try to get some rest, dude. Like I said, I got there on a Wednesday evening, hung out with some creators that night. We didn't stay up too late because we knew we had to be up the next day for the gameplay. Did the gameplay, and then after the gameplay, we had lunch up there. We talked to Boston and Alan, talked to some of the WB folks, met some of the other creators there. Then Miranda and I went over to Universal. We spent like the whole afternoon at Universal checking out the Wizarding World. Couldn't get into the Mario Park, though. I was so mad. It's not officially open yet, so I couldn't get into the Mario Park. We spent the afternoon there, had dinner, 3 broomsticks. Then we all, like James, Miranda, and I, we all had late flights that night. We were all like East Coast time. So we were all having to take red-eye flights back. And so we get to the airport, and it was already pretty late, and then we just sat there and talked. We just talked the whole time. I filmed one of my vlogs that I filmed is in the airport with Miranda and James after everything's done. We're just there in the airport, like about to fall over. So I couldn't sleep on the airplane. Could not sleep on the airplane. So I got on So Pacific time, it was like 11 something, 11:40 or so. I landed at like 6:40 my time, 6:40 a.m. And then I had to drive about an hour to get to my house where I live. So I got some breakfast, got some caffeine, drove home, and then just immediately went to sleep. Slept 4 or 5 hours or so. But I'm still catching up. I'm still catching up. Because then when we got back, like that's when the hard work began, right? That's when we had to get all these videos ready. And dude, I tell you, when you have an opportunity like this, man, I knew this had to be a good. This had to be a good video. Like it had to be one of my best videos. Here's a fun little behind the scenes for you guys. I wrote the video. I scripted this one out, recorded it, and I rarely ever do this. Rarely ever do this. I scrapped the whole intro, rewrote the intro, and recorded it all again. I hardly ever re-recording. I just hardly ever do it. Hardly ever do it. Usually it's now I'll do multiple takes. Like I'll be like, people of the internet, RetroRaconteur, here's what we're showing today. I don't like how that sounds. Here's what we were doing today. I'll do that a lot, but doing the whole thing again, never. But I listened to it and I was like, nah, it's not hitting. It's missing something. So I redid the whole thing. And so just getting all this stuff ready, it's been a lot. But it's been exciting. So I need to catch up on sleep. However, Cad Bane's like, oh my gosh, I just wanted I wanted a simple yes or no, dude. You didn't have to go relax, Retro. No, Cad Bane, it was a good question. I want to, but I don't know if I'm gonna have any time. We'll see though. We'll see. I definitely do, even after Hogwarts comes out. I mean, I want to replay through them all at some point. Although after playing Hogwarts Legacy, let me tell you guys, it's going to be hard to go back to those old games. It's going to be hard to go back, man. All right, let's see. We had a couple of other things jumping in there. Looks like, oh man, like 5, 6 new, 7 subs. Then we had Elwin gifting another 5 memberships. 5 more members of House RACONTEUR. Exclamation point Discord, guys. You get a special role there whenever you're a channel member. You also get access to special emoji here in the chat, which I almost guarantee we've unlocked some more emotes now that I need to. And Cad Bane, who just asked one of the questions in the super chat, Cad Bane was gifted one of those memberships. Invisible Guardian, Coco, Nutmeg the Poet. Congrats on those gifted memberships, guys. Make sure if you got anybody tonight, if you got a gifted membership, make sure you thank the person who gifted you. And then a bunch of other subscribers just came in as well. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Jet lag is real, right, Draven? Hydrate. I haven't even opened it, man. Haven't even opened it. I did have I had like some milk with my cookie though earlier. Oh my goodness. All right, what do you guys? Your video's doing so well. Thank you, David. Yeah, it is doing very well. It's doing very well. Let's see, what are we at? 241,000 views in a day. Yeah, dude. That's unreal. That's unreal. I'll never forget when I knew when I first had a video kind of go, I'm not even going to use the word viral, but when it started to like gain some traction. It was a video about when Nintendo was making the Mario, whatever that Mario 30th anniversary pack or something was, and it got like 1,000 views or something right when I posted it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, what is this? And I remember watching the counter. It's like, oh, it's at 2,000 now. What? And now to have a video, I mean,
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it's all thanks to you guys, man. It's all thanks to you guys. 800 plus people watching.
Wizard, Harry.
Oh my gosh. You ever like? It's one thing to like see a number, but then you actually think like if we had a room full of 800 people, Like, imagine if we were all just in a room together right now. It'd be such a different vibe. You're all, like, probably cozied up, you know. Some of you are on the couch. Some of you may be in bed. Some of you may be, like, having your lunch, having your dinner, watching on your iPad, watching on your phone. Some of you may... Elwin. Oh, my gosh. I hope Elwin doesn't mind me sharing this. I don't think Elwin will. I don't think so. So, Elwin, when I said it was before a stream a few weeks ago, Elwin sends me a picture, it was like all ready for the stream, and it's just a shot of, I think this was Elwin's like bedroom wall, and she has a projector, a massive projector, and I'm like, okay, my face, I don't need to see my face that big. That is way too big. My face is way too big on a freaking projector. But it goes to show Elwin's dedication. It does. Somebody said watching at work. Nice. Channel members. Oh, that's actually a good question. I don't know if YouTube has a real-time counter on that, but I can check. Let us take a look at how many channel members, how many are officially part of RetroRaconteur. We go here, we go here. Oh, I don't think that's updated. I don't think it's updated from tonight. It says 2:30. I think that was from last night. I don't think it's added tonight's in. I don't think. But 2:30. Even 2:30. Insane. Insane. Bob. Oh, wait, what? Bob watching on a projector too? Are you serious? How you guys like the projectors? Do you game on them too, or do you just use them for movies? I mean, they've got to be great space saving, right? As long as you have a good solid wall. I remember back in the day though, like when people first, like the quality just wasn't that great. Like, but now they're probably so much more advanced. The Animagus animation looks so clean. I wish I'd focused a little bit more right when the transformation happened. I wish I'd focused more on that. Invisible Guardian in bed. Spud, can't wait to play without the HUD. I know. I can't wait to see what all we can tweak from the HUD. Like the whole thing that I showed off with the little golden trail. I showed that off because I think there's a lot of new players who are maybe playing video game for the first time, or maybe the first time in a long time, who are just Harry Potter fans. I don't know if I'll use that golden trail or not. I don't know. I probably will. I feel like when you're out in the open world, it'd be really useful. But navigating Hogwarts, maybe there'll be a way to turn that off too. Like if you eventually just want to have that off. Elwin is a pro. Elwin is totally a pro. Lily. Right? Did you not see that, Nico? Did you not see that? I see Nico with the SMH. Uh-oh, Nico. Just movies for the projector? Gotcha. I feel like for a movie experience, they'd be really solid. That invisible window again, we can't really see the window, but just make it so it doesn't have to be so precise. Yeah, Nico's like, I'm seeing who my true friends are. I'm seeing my actual footage to see how long did it take me here to actually get through this. It's still only 2 minutes, which is not too bad. How was the experience, Mahatu? It was awesome. It was awesome. So all in all, I don't want to. I mean, like game aside, even if the game had been bad, which it wasn't. But even if the game had been bad, just from meeting the creators and making, I'll just say it, lifelong friendships. I can't wait to do it again. Even if it's not with WB, like whatever, you know, if just a group of us organizing a trip to Wizarding World or something, you know. I can't wait to do it again. I mean, James said it today on his channel, and I've said it before too. Like some people, I said it last night. Like there's some people in your life you just vibe with, you know. And when you find those people, you got to stick close to them. Stick close to them. I didn't talk about the fact that I met James for the first time. Ghostman, yes, I'm definitely going to stream and post Hogwarts Legacy stuff when the game comes out. I need to talk about James for a second, you guys. So that was the first time James and I'd ever met. And literally first thing I did was I gave him a big hug. Had to give him a big hug right away. That's where I say I wish I'd had like a camera crew with me. I told my wife, I was like, next time you gotta come with me for something like this. So then I want you to just film like everything, please. Which she's good at that. Like anytime we're out with the family, she's always like picture. Let's take pictures. Take pictures. We need to take pictures. Take pictures. And I just don't think that way. So I wish I'd had footage of James and I meeting for the first time. I mean, just like how he is on stream, man. I told him one of the first things that, like, when you watch his stream, it's just like his jovial nature, right? You just love hanging out with the guy. And I told him right away, I was like, you're a wizard. Some people can fake that kind of stuff. And it's like, you could tell. You could tell, like, oh, they're putting on the, hello, guys, I'm happy today. I'm being happy for everybody. You're a wizard, Harry. James, like, just the enthusiasm, you can't fake. You can't fake that. So I already knew. Like, I've talked to him enough off stream, offline. I knew. I was like, I know exactly how he's going to be in person. So the first thing I did was, like, I have to go give him a big hug. And he just has this huge smile on his face. I'm sure I was smiling too. Huge smile on his face. And then Wizard PhD was like, so James was sitting, like, right here. So I give James a hug. Then Wizard Tricks was here. Brita was there. Wizard PhD, and then Benjamin Snow was on the other side. So I was like, I gotta give you a hug, James. Gotta give you a hug. And it's just like, it's like I've known him my whole life. Like, just as I've gotten older in life, you guys, like, I hate small talk. Can I just be real with y'all for a minute? I hate it. It's so weird and awkward. And yes, sometimes you have to do it. And so I was kind of like a little bit apprehensive, to be honest, about an event like this. And I don't think I had any small talk with anybody. Any small talk. It was all like real conversation. And I guess that's like the beauty of the internet. Like the fact that we already, like, yeah, we haven't met physically, but we already kind of know each other from interacting in Discord groups and on streams and in Twitter DMs. And even, you know, I've had James on the live stream, and I've talked with Ben before on Twitter. We did a big live stream with Alex, Podcast Now, and Andy Reloads, and all those guys, and Wizard PhD, and even like Nightly Nerd and Last Marauder and Hogwarts Legacy Explained. Like, we've talked with all these people before, so you never know, like, when you actually meet them in person, like, how's it gonna be, right? Are we gonna have that, like, hey, how's it going? Nah. Nah. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. And I really wish, particularly with, like, I barely got to spend any time with Lynette and Brita and Wizard Tricks. Kellen is his name. And then even Ben Snow, I didn't get really a chance to spend as much time with them. We talked and hung out a little bit that night. But then James and I, we had the whole morning and the whole gameplay session, and then we had the whole time at the airport while we were waiting for our red-eye flights to just talk. And I talked about how the 2-hour gameplay session flew by. The whole 2 days flew by. And Miranda Lorian as well. Like, never even met her. Had never even met Miranda. And as soon as she was in the gameplay session with us, and so I was like, what's your channel? And she told me the name, and I was like, I've heard of this. And I instantly remembered, I was like, I've seen your thumbnail. Right when she said it, it clicked. I was like, you have been on my recommended page before. I have seen your thumbnail. So I pulled her up and showed off. I was like, oh yeah, you've played God of War. You did a video where you reacted to one of the Hogwarts Legacy trailers. And so even with her, like, we hadn't interacted at all, but just, we like hit it off, man. We just vibed together. It was just such a good vibes good vibes all around, man. Good vibes all around. And like all I can keep thinking about is like when it just wasn't long enough. That's my one complaint. Wish we could have stayed like a week. Staying like a week would have been awesome.
Not only did they get the music right, but also all of these little extra pieces, sound effects that are going to happen here and there.
Lauren D, I'm begging for no one to talk to me. Oh goodness. Going downhill. Uh-oh, what have they what's chat done, Dr. Sherbet? Jealous hobo? I mean, I can't lie. It was a super fun experience. Oh no, is that what's getting Nico and Elwin? Oh my gosh. Maybe we're just gonna have to have a big gathering in real life where we all meet and we can mend the fences. We can mend the what is it? We can mend the wounds that have been formed here tonight. I'm very disappointed. Oh my gosh, Jay Felix with a super chat like 8 minutes ago. Jay, I hope you're still here, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I didn't see it until now. My friend's husband helped design Super Mario World Orlando. He too has an unbreakable vow, unfortunately. It looks awesome, though. Love today's vids. Hey, Jay, thank you so much. So glad you enjoyed the videos. That was like the one disappointment of my trip. We had been told that they were letting some people in on kind of like a trial to like test some things out. So the one in, I think the one in Orlando doesn't open for a bit, but the one in LA opens next month. It opens in February. That was like my one disappointment, is I wanted to see that. I did get to go in the Mario store though, which is pretty cool. I didn't buy anything though, because I was thinking, oh, then I'll have to carry it all back on the plane. Still here? Nice, Jay. Sorry it took me so long to get to it, dude. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody else. Lots of new subscribers coming in, guys. Thank you all for subscribing. We hit 40K today, by the way. 40K subscribers. Thank you all for the crazy love and support. And we're on our way to 41K. On our way to 41K. Thank you all for subscribing. And then let's see. Back at the top now, we've got Beanie Bird with a super chat. Beanie Bird, what magical beast are you excited to see? Ooh, so like one we haven't seen yet? Oh, this is a good question. So we have seen, let's try to think of what all we've seen. We've seen mooncalves, we've seen graphorns, we've seen dragons. We saw Dugbogs. A Dugbog going crazy. What else? What else? No art book spoilers, by the way, guys. Yes, I know they're in there, but we're not going to talk about that here. Ooh. Like, so my favorite one that I always say, we don't know, again, no spoilers, guys, a Phoenix. I'd love to see a Phoenix in game. I think that'd be awesome. And then another one that would be awesome, we've seen hippogriffs too already. And we've seen the spiders. I think the Thunderbird would be cool too. I just love the visual look of that thing, but I know that one's not, I don't think they live, according to the lore, I don't think they live in the area, so we might have to go somewhere else. Ooh, Kelpie would be a good one. I believe Orlando's opening February. What? I didn't think the Orlando one was like, I didn't think they'd even start on the Orlando one yet. No way. If they are, I'm gonna have to make a trip there. We did get to go through the Harry Potter, the Wizarding World though, out there. So they don't have the they don't have Diagon Alley at that one yet, which I don't know if they even have plans to add it because the spacing there is so different from the one in Orlando. Which I haven't even been to Orlando since they've added Diagon Alley. Honestly, after being there, after being in LA, it makes me want to go back to Orlando again to do the Diagon Alley stuff. So I rode, the main ride is it's called Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And I remember parts of the ride. Oh my gosh, I've got to bring this home. It's at my office at work. We have the picture. You know how a lot of the rides at amusement parks, they take pictures of you? We bought this picture because it was so good. Actually, if I show that picture, we'll probably never get my wife on stream because she'll be very mad at me. She's She doesn't like crazy thrill rides, okay? I mean, anything, like she doesn't want to do any upside down, which this doesn't go upside down. It comes pretty close. But she's like, I don't want to be scared. Going fast, like a nice little fast roller coaster. No upside down. She's good with that. But we get her on this Forbidden Journey ride, which is not a roller coaster. It's more like kind of like a thrill ride. If you've never been there or ridden it, it's sort of like what you'd call a thrill ride. It uses a combination of like physical, actual animatronics and also like really giant screens. Like you don't feel like it's a screen because it completely kind of wraps around you. And dude, the picture that we got from that, it was in the row. It was me, my wife, my cousin, who's a huge Potter fan, and then my sister on the other side. So the picture, it's like I have this huge grin on my face. My cousin has this huge grin on his face. My sister, huge grin on her face. And then my wife is just like this look of pure terror. Pure terror. And the part when they take the picture, it's like where the Acromantula are, they're like dropping in. It was an insta buy. It was an insta buy. I just had to buy it right away. We had to buy it right away, so I still have it, but it's in my office at work. I need to bring it home so I can show it to you guys sometime. Oh, Elwin, that'd be awesome. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
I mean, look at that. It's like the Weasley family tent, right? In Harry Potter and the Goblet.
But yeah, the ride it's really fun. It's basically just like every scary creature in Hogwarts they're gonna throw at you like back to back to back to back. Ginny, talk about motion sickness. Ginny, I think I might start to be the same way. I think it might be a sign of my old age.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And I'm very sad by it. So Miranda and I went to the park together, and I was like, what do you like to ride? How crazy do you want to go? She's like, oh, I'll ride anything. Okay, good. I'll ride anything too. So we wanted to do that one twice. First time, great. Didn't feel anything. Then we came back later and we rode it again. And something about that second time, I think it was when I stepped off the ride, because this ride, the way you get on this ride, it's really interesting. They have like these, almost like those little ramps that go back and forth at airports and such. But this ramp continuously moves, and same thing for when you get on. Like you gotta get on, and it will keep moving. It's pretty long, so it's like there's a margin for error if somebody like falls or something, and of course they could stop it at any time if they wanted to. But then it's the same thing when you're getting off. Exactly, Nymph. Exactly, the moving platform. So then after we rode it the second time, we're getting off, and I stepped and I wasn't prepared for the movement yet, and I didn't completely fall. I regained my balance quickly, but then when we got out, I was kind of like, whoa, that made me a little bit dizzy that time. What was that? What was that? Is this an age thing? Oh, I hope not. But I know what you're talking about, Jenny. I know what you're talking about now. Nico, 25, I get motion sickness at the most basic of rides. Oh, man. It's funny. I went on a really, when I was young, I was terrified. And then I hit this period where it was actually at Universal in Orlando. Islands of Adventure, incredible Hulk coaster. My uncle and my younger cousins were riding that roller coaster. And that one goes fast, upside down, lots of turns. And I was just like, they were telling me, like, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. You'll love it, you'll love it. I was like, all right, I'm doing it. Nymph, I loved it, dude. And that was it. I was like, I'll ride anything now. I'll ride anything. Anything. I'll do it. I'll ride it. And ever since then, I've been the same. I've been exactly like that. I'll ride anything. Don't care. But now I'm hoping that I'm not starting to hit that point where. Now the other part is we hadn't eaten yet, so I'm thinking I was just like drained from the day. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. I was just drained. Didn't have enough protein. Didn't have fluids in me. I was drained. Needed to stop and eat. That's what I'm gonna tell myself was the problem. Yeah, the Hulk coaster, dude. It's still my favorite roller coaster ever. The beginning is unlike anything. It's just awesome. You're just so used to, I mean, the traditional roller coaster, right? It's like click, 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 click. Okay, we're up. Now we're gonna have the fun. With Hulk, it launches you, and just the sound effects. He's like, this time I think it's going to work, and then you just hear warning, warning, no, no, and then you just feel that launch. The beginning of Hulk is like the greatest start to a roller coaster. It's so good. Used to be scared of roller coasters. Close your eyes. I know it doesn't make sense. It's easier when you open your eyes. Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Shiloh. Yes, I was thinking Thunderbirds were US. Yeah, that's why we saw them in Fantastic Beasts. Getting the new wand? What's the new wand, Jake? I've heard a lot about King Ka. Yes, never ridden it, but I've heard a lot about it.
As I dismount the broom, you'll see these students kind of just appear out of nowhere. They're not here when I'm flying in.
Velocicoaster is way better than Hulk. Where's Velocicoaster at?
It's this lock-picking mini game. So whenever you cast Aloha Mora to break a lock, which is a spell we had to activate.
Thiago, would you recommend pre-ordering Deluxe or Standard Edition? Okay, so here's what it really comes down to. It's a $10 difference. If you want, here's the things. If you want early access, 3 days, that's kind of a fading benefit. That's going to go away. But if you really want to play it 3 days early, that's one thing. If it was just that, I'd say no. Then the other things you get the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which they showed off in the second gameplay showcase, so you get to know exactly what that is. And then you get like a Dark Arts cosmetic set. And is that it? I think that's it, right, guys? I think that's it. So that, I mean, that's like, you decide, is that worth $10 or not? Is that worth $10 or not? If it is, then yeah, go for it. Now, if you're on like PS4 or Xbox, you also, if you do the digital deluxe, you get a free upgrade. So you could also get like the PS4 version and a PS5 version. So that's what it comes down to. One roller coaster in a Warner Brothers theme park in Madrid. That's unbelievable. Stunt show. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Velocicoaster. Oh, it must be a new thing. See, it's been so long since I've been to Islands. Islands of Adventure is one of my favorite parks, though. Love to go there. The Thestral Mount. Well, wait, the Thestral... Yeah. The Thestral Mount. It's the Onyx Hippogriff that's with any pre-order. Yep. Good catch. No, Professor Baxter. The Haunted Hogsmeade Shop is any PlayStation version. Any PlayStation version. For 1 year. Then it will come to everything. Timed exclusive. Yep. Dr. Sherbet got it. Convince your boss. Get a console to play Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, nice. Yeah, right, Lorena. It's like the dark, the black hippogriff that you also get. Yep. Cloudroth, I've always wanted to go to Cedar Point. Never been able to. All right, guys. We have hit just ridiculous number of likes. Oh, wait, what the heck? I just now saw this comment from...
I tried to cast Accio on one of these leeches right here. It was a little bit surprising that Accio didn't work to kind of pull that.
Oh no!
Instead, I had to walk over and.
Oh no! Stargazer Tim, we gotta. I won't read this on. YouTube's like trying to like.
I had to cast Incendio. See if it would burn any of the.
Wait, I saw Tim's. I saw Stargazer Tim's super chat. Or no, I think Stargazer Tim gifted.
Truly felt like a new story in the Wizarding World. I mean, right
huh.
there with watching a new film.
I'm gonna have to check into that.
Oh my gosh, like we are in the Wizarding World again. Ready?
So Mew Store, Dark Arts Garrison hat with the digital deluxe only, not the standard deluxe. Weird, I know. All right, so let's do our random bit of Harry Potter quote trivia, because you guys were so awesome with the likes tonight. So whenever we hit 100, which we might need to raise this. We might need to raise this Might need to raise our cap, guys. But yeah, whenever we hit 100, we do random bit of Harry Potter quote trivia. So let's do it. And then when we hit 200, we do a... I feel like we got so many people tonight, guys. I feel like we're gonna have to go to... Old Faithful for the Harry Potter impression tonight. I feel like I'm gonna have to dust off the OG, show off my best. I think we got to go Ollivander. I think we got to go Ollivander tonight, guys. So here's how we play the quote game, though. I pick a random quote from the U.S. versions of Harry Potter. You don't know which book. And then you are tasked with naming the character who said it and which book. Which book. So I thought last night's was going to be difficult, and of course, Brittany. I haven't seen Brittany. I was like, I haven't seen Brittany comment all night. I bet Brittany is going to jump in. Oh, Brittany gets it every time. Brittany, how about this? You can still answer. Just give everybody else give them like a good 15 seconds. Give them a good 15 seconds. And then Brittany can tell you all what the answer is. Imagine if one day Brittany's like, actually, I was an editor for all the books. All right, let's see. I'm going to skip it. All right, we've got the book. Oh. See, I feel like there's a balance when it comes to quotes. Because if I don't give you any context within the quote, then it's just almost impossible.
Swimming is in Hogwarts Legacy. It does not appear you'll be able to dive under or explore anything beneath the surface, but seeing that we can swim along the surface, I know.
Okay, fine. We'll go difficult. We got a lot of people here. Let's go difficult tonight. It's very short. I warn you. But we went easier. We've went easier the past couple times. This is the ultimate test. If Brittany gets this, then Brittany's like officially, she was an editor on the books or something. You guys got to be mad because it's so short. Are you serious, Professor? That's it. That's your quote. Are you serious, Professor? Let's see if anybody gets that. Could like literally be anybody. All right, let's see. We got a Ron Half-Blood Prince, Draco Book 2, Harry Book 5, Draco Book 4, Dr. Sherbet. Really? This is like the ultimate test for Brittany right here. That's what this is. That's what this is. The ultimate test for Brittany. Ron Book 6, Hermione Book 6, Harry Potter Half-Blood Prince, Hermione to Umbridge, Draco Book 1. Feathers nailed it. There we go. One of the books said by one of the students. A few more seconds. Draco Book 1. See, this one is so generic. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's said multiple times. Wouldn't be surprised if it said multiple times. I think somebody looked it up. Brittany doesn't know. Oh, we finally stumped her. Somebody just said it. Hold on, let me see if two said. Oh, two people said it. You guys looked it up, didn't you? You Googled it. They're like, oh, is he actually going to give something away for this? I'm looking up. No, it's just for fun, guys. Sorry. It's literally just a little fun game we do. Anyone who said, I think it's in the book, Jake said. No, I'll read you guys the full thing here. Anybody who said Oliver Wood in book 1. Congratulations. Congratulations, because you are correct. Here's the full line. Potter, this is Oliver Wood. Wood, I've found you a seeker. Wood's expression changed from puzzlement to delight. Are you serious, Professor? Absolutely, said Professor McGonagall crisply. The boy's a natural. I've never seen anything like it. Was that your first time on a broomstick, Potter? The original book 1. There you go. There you go. We finally stumped Brittany. We finally did it. Oh, yeah, wood. Book 1. Yep. Yes, indeed. Hey, Leah, thank you for being here. Have a good one. Have a good one. Chandler Wood in book 1. He was there all along. Next time, yeah. Next time the quote is the. He. Who understood that reference? He. We'll see who understood that one. Oh man, McGonagall impression. We should do McGonagall sometime. All right, so here's the impression. We're going with one of the OGs tonight. This is my. I want to set the bar high for all the new people hanging out in the chat tonight. Whenever we hit 200 likes, we do an impression from the Harry Potter series. We've done Malfoy, we've done Bellatrix, we've done Umbridge. People were pleasantly surprised by the Umbridge. I will have order. That was last night. It's fresh in my memory. Let's see. We've done Snape was probably my worst, but it's because Alan Rickman, dude, he's just so tough to do an Alan Rickman. I think we may have done Hagrid one time, but my best is Ollivander. Ollivander, dude. So here it is. I'll make it a nice. Here we go. Let's mute all the sound, so we don't have any sound coming from that. There we go. Already got the lines. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna have a lengthy line for you guys. All right, here we go. I wondered when I'd be seeing you, Mr. Potter. It seems only yesterday that your mother and father were in here buying their first wands. Well, give it a wave. No, definitely not. And then a little bit of time. Curious. Very curious. I'm sorry, sir, but what's curious? I remember every wand I've ever sold, Mr. Potter, and it just so happens the phoenix whose tail feather resides in your wand gave another feather. Just one other. It is curious that you should be destined for this wand when its brother gave you that scar. Then you get the music. The music comes in. Oh. So you guys got 2 in 1. I did like a young Harry too. I'm sorry, sir, but what's curious? Oh, I love doing the Ollivander. I love doing Ollivander. Thank you, guys. Thank you. As I bash my head into the John Hurt. Yeah. I think it's John Hurt, right? John Hurt's the name of the guy who played Ollivander.
Something in the water.
Oh wait, somebody said Potter Puppet Pals. I probably could do that, Snape. What's the mysterious ticking noise? Dude, that's like early days of YouTube, right? Early days of YouTube. Elwin with another... Elwin, save your money. Another super chat. 700 likes, no way. Let's go. 700. And then Maestrix just with a random super chat. Don't even see a comment with that one. Thank you so much, Maestrix. Appreciate your support. And then we had Jay Felix again with the super chat. Solid 12 out of 10 impression. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, I had to dust out one of the old, one of my go-tos for you guys. See, chat won't always let me get away with that. They want to hear new stuff. You gotta keep the material fresh. So we try to do that. And you know what? She. Oh, Luna got up. Okay, hold on. I'll bring Luna over too.
Smoking.
For people who haven't got to see Luna before.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Don't worry, she wasn't asleep.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Actually, I don't need the headphones. Hold on. She's camera shy too. I think she actually knows. It's like she actually knows.
You're a
Because she
wizard,
knows she's
Harry.
not normally over here. No, you're not normally over here, are you? Not normally over here. Everyone wanted to see you. I know, it sounds weird, but there's like, I don't know how many. We've got several hundred people. They're up there. They're up there watching. Don't you know dogs think we're like the weirdest creatures? They think we're the weirdest
Anything
creatures.
interesting?
All right, thank you.
Poachers
Thank
wire
you.
here. All sorts of
She's like,
evidence.
okay, I'm done.
But I
I'm
found
done. All
something
right,
else.
goodbye.
It's
Goodbye to
goblin
everyone.
made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but
And yes,
carefully.
if you guys are new
By the
here,
way,
she is named
what's
Luna
going
for the
on?
reasons you
I
would
don't have a good
expect.
feeling about this. How
You guys like the Harry Potter too? The young Harry? The young Harry? Last night they got me doing the not me, not Hermione, you.
There.
definitely poachers.
Philip, hey Philip, what's up, dude? Good to see you here, Philip.
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to
Thanks
see
for stopping by, Philip.
Or
Game
perhaps
looks
the
great,
rest
special
of the
performance.
people.
I know, dude. I was
Hard
so
to say from up here.
I was so glad they let us switch to performance. I told them too. I was like, people want to see performance mode. The times are changing. I know people want to show off fidelity mode because when you get screenshots and stuff, that's when the game looks great and all. But like gamers, like actually playing it through, they want to see how smooth it can be. Thank you. Yeah, guys. I'm happy to I'll bring her up anytime, but except when she's just like totally passed out in her bed. I'm not gonna bother. And tonight she wasn't in the bed. She was just laying a little bit over here beside me. Cad Bane, another super chat just for Luna. OMG, so freaking cute. I have to get her some new treats with that. With that super chat, Cad Bane. Have to get some new treats. Wonder if story mode gets rid of the quest area limit. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. Okay, guys. This has been a crazy few days. Again, I started off the stream thanking all of you guys, and I will end the stream the same way because I have no doubt we would have not, if we didn't have this type of community that we have, then we wouldn't have had an opportunity like this. So it's all thanks to you guys and the support you have. I know people still have a ton of questions. I still have a lot of questions, but and I still have, there's probably many questions that I could answer that they just haven't came to me yet. People haven't asked. I've got so much more footage that I'm going to have to get through, and I've got more videos planned, but we're officially hitting that point now where it's like, less than 2 weeks. So we pick and choose now, right? We pick and choose. We got to decide what are the big things that we're going to hit on before launch. I'm sure that they're going to have some more stuff. I thought today was really cool though. It was really cool. The Hogwarts Legacy accounts, they were highlighting the creators, man. Like they were retweeting and sharing the stuff from creators, and they kind of took a back seat today and got to sit back and see what people thought. All these creators who had a chance to play the game. So I don't know if they're going to keep the daily posts going now. Maybe they pick that back up tomorrow, or they might just let things settle for a couple days or so. But you can guarantee there's going to be more stuff leading up to launch. I'm trying to think of like any other big things. Maybe if they want to put, I feel like we'll get something about release times, because I feel like that's been a big question. As people are like, when's it releasing in my territory? Even though you can pretty much check by looking on the PlayStation Store and all that. The WB Games support account is answering a ton of questions. The Portkey Games support website has been answering a ton of questions as well. And then Jay had another super chat. Hey, thank you, Jay. Put this toward the Toys for Luna Fund. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, dude. Gotta head out. Have a great night. Thank you for being here, Jay. Good to see you. But yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna have to decide, you know, what are gonna be the final couple videos that we make in the lead up to the game's release. What are the final couple videos going to be? I'm for sure going to release a couple more of the footage that I have. If you guys weren't here early in the stream, if you rewind, you can see I showed off the what was it called? Like the Moth quest, Moth to a Flame quest. Is very short. It's like a little 3-minute side puzzle thing that you do. I'm probably going to post that to the channel at some point. Maybe something from Herbology, maybe something from Library, and just like general exploring Hogwarts, but it's not going to be like a big, heavily produced commentary kind of video. And then, so that'll probably be this week. We'll see if they release anything else big. And then next week, we'll probably have like two or so more videos before the release. And then we'll be back for next week's Tuesday stream. So everybody who stopped by tonight, hope to see you there again. Moon Lily with another super chat. Bye, Retro. Thank you for such an amazing content-filled day. And again, congratulations. Well, thank you, Moon Lily. Thank you for all the support and for watching the videos. Man, like, I've been so excited for this day. Like, just so excited to be able to talk about this trip and to be able to I mean, the game, talking about the game is great, but being able to talk to you guys about meeting James and meeting people like Miranda and Wizard PhD and Boston and Alan and all the people that WB, who again, I don't know if they want their names out there, so that's why I'm not going to say their names, but running into Chandler and Eric in the airport, like all that stuff. I hope I know it. Trust me, I know not a lot of people get opportunities like this. I get it. It is not lost on me. Which is why I'm so very thankful to have this chance. And again, like you guys make that possible. You really do. You really do. And then just in general, like it was just such a fun event. Just such a fun event. I wish it would have been like 3 days longer. Wish I would have had more time to spend with all these folks. But it was great, man. It was great. I'm on Twitter as well at RetroRaconteur. We have a Discord, ! Discord in the chat right now, and it'll give you the link for it. So I'm around. It's not like you guys can't reach out and ask questions. So if you think of anything else in these week and a half, 2 weeks that we have left, I could try to answer things on Twitter, try to answer things in feature videos as well. So yeah, I'll be around. And Chris with another super chat to close us out here. Chris, thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Be sure to hydrate. That's the first thing I'm going to do when I hop off. I had this Cherry Coke Zero, as you guys know, my go-to drink. I had it over here this whole time, and I just never opened it because we just got rolling. Like, I still feel like there's so many stories that I didn't even... It was such a short amount of time, but so many stories I didn't get a chance to tell. I want to do... Don't lock this in. Don't lock this in. I have no idea. There's only 2 weeks, week and a half left. I don't know if we'll be able to pull this off, but I want to do a stream with at least a few of us. I know we wouldn't be able to get everybody, but at least a few of us who went. Just it's like more like a hangout, kind of talk about our general experience. I hope we might be able to do something like that, but we'll see. We'll see. So, guys, thank you all so much. Enjoy the videos. Go back, rewatch them. Let me know what stuff you find. We found like it's quite literally my footage, and we found stuff tonight that I hadn't even caught yet. When I've edited the video, watched it, I don't know how many times, and we found stuff that I didn't see before. So let me know any things you spot that you think are cool. We'll try to highlight them next week on the Tuesday live stream. But hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. Certainly been an amazing day. And again, thank you all so much. I'll talk to you again very soon, guys. Very soon. Not much longer to go now. Not much longer to go now. Bye, guys.